You a liar. You a liar. Oh man, we are live. Suno V5 is live. What's not live? The party has started. Suno V5 has dropped. If you haven't kept up with AI music, this is the time to pay attention because this is the threshold between AI and what sounds human. And because Suno has cracked the code on how to sound human, it makes AI music even more fun. Shout out to Aperculum. I'm the #1 stunner. What? Shout out to the chat. But I have some good news for you guys. Let me make sure everybody can see. But we are live. And today we're going to go through Suno V5. I have a little checklist, so I stay on track today. And we're going to go through the features, you know, the stuff I didn't go through yesterday. Yesterday was just my general, like literally I was about to take a nap because my son was out playing. And I was like, let me just get a quick nap in so I can have energy for the night when I spend more time. And I was like, let me lay down. And then I saw MattVid Pro, AI, his channel, MattVid Pro, put up a video about Suno V5 dropping. And I signed up to Suno because I was waiting for Suno V5. I was so, not anxious. I was anticipating Suno V5 so much that I was like, please just drop it already. Because they teased it on Twitter. And so I signed up for Suno version 4.5. And because they said basically you're going to get early access to version 5 or whatever. So MattVid Pro put me on that version 5 dropped, and I literally was laying down and I got up and came straight to my computer to film that video that I posted yesterday. Okay, so today's a little more thorough. We're going to go through genres. We're going to go through lyric generation, or my lyrics, you know, going through the AI. We're going to go through the extension tool I learned about. We're going to go through using the audio to AI tool. Taking a melody loop and sending it through the AI to see what it comes up with. The stems feature on Suno V5. We're going to create an ad and some music theory terms. So shout out to everybody in here. Share this with a friend because this is where we thoroughly go through Suno V5. So again, if you don't know what Suno V5 is, essentially it's a tool to allow people who aren't, or people who are masters. Like if you don't know me, let me introduce myself. I'm Game from BusyWorks Beats.com. We train over 1 million producers around the world. Some are going to work with Drake, Kanye West, Post Malone, Ariana Grande, French Montana, Young Thug, Polo G, Trippie Redd, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, Glorilla. Some have won Grammy, some have won Platinum Plex. So we train the world's class of producers. And I even use this tool as somebody who teaches music production. Am I afraid of AI? No. Do I think it's fun? Yes. Can I produce better than the AI? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Like it could produce jazz better than I can, but I could flip it to make my own thing. That's what I love about it. Tylo says, respect from Croatia. So I'll read any super chats live, but we want to stay focused on the topic at hand, which is Suno V5, because it is crazy. So without further ado, let me make sure you guys can actually see. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to Suno V5, and we're going to do a couple things too. We're going to compare it against Udio. Somebody told me in the comments Udio sounds better. And personally, Udio has a little bit of a dynamic to it, a little more dynamic, but it doesn't sound better, in my opinion. It doesn't mean it's bad. It just doesn't sound better in quality. So firstly, let's go to Suno V5. Let's go to the homepage so you guys can see what I see. So version 5 has officially dropped. You need a paid account to access version V5. So if you are signing up to Suno on a free account, it's going to generate through, I believe, version 3.5, or maybe they've upped it to 4 by now. But you're not going to get the same results. You have to sign up on a paid account. So even if you don't have a paid account, use me as your view into what a paid account looks like. Okay. And let's go to the homepage. So the homepage gives you all this music that other people have created. A lot of the songs tend to be comical, not really like serious songs, but let's play a couple just to see what other people have generated. Now, I'm not sure these are sorted by the version either. I don't know how to sort that out. So this is a little... Okay, so here's the best of V5. Let's play some featured ones, and then we're going to go through our own genres here. This sounds like a fire sample for some Philly drill. Boom, boom, boom. That's all you need. Philly drill right there. This is a fire sample. Can you guys hear that? So personally, my favorite part is the intro was crazy. Okay, can we mark these as favorites? Let me see here. Let's click here. I'm just going to hit the like button on it. Hopefully it adds it to some list where I can find that later. Or you know what we could do? Let's download it. Can we download? Share, copy link. Okay, apparently we can't download other people's stuff. I'm sure there's like some way to do it, but I'm not going to teach you guys that right now. Not going to teach you guys that right now. But I'm sure there's a way. Okay, but I'm not going to teach you guys. Okay, so I'm going to leave that open. That was fire. Next up.
Running in places, the ceiling shakes. Concrete walls, but my heartbeat breaks. Bullets sing a distant tune. Too soon, fluorescent bursts like a
CG, what up?
broken dream.
So what I'm hearing so far is the vocals are better. They do harmonies. And what Suno does that's a lot better than Udio currently, BusyWorks Beats. What Suno does that's a little bit different than Udio. Udio will give you music, but it won't generate the side image, we call it, like the stuff that's on the side, like guitars, background music. It either does vocals and drums or like skimps on something. Whereas Suno creates everything. It doesn't remove instruments.
Sweat drips down, it's a silent scream. The air's too tight, can't hold routine.
I know the AI is making fire.
My mind's a beat, soft and wide.
That's probably a dope sample. I can see somebody flipping that. Let me run that back.
Running in places, the ceiling shake.
So in older detail, a reason or a way we could tell stuff was AI driven, excuse me, y'all, I just ate, is why is there a lawnscape guy out? Anyway, I swear every time I go to record, it's leaf blowers outside. Anyway, man, that distracted the crap out of me. Okay, AI vocals. The way you could tell an AI vocal was an AI vocal was it would have a lot of noise. So let me exaggerate my vocal so you guys can actually hear this. Let's pull up a thing here just so you guys can kind of hear. So noise is this. It's this. Okay, so I'm going to add this before my chain to artificially create some noise. Hold up. So it would, oh. So if I talk cool, you would hear this noise. Every time I talk, you would hear this noise. This is how it used to be when it started. But now they've reduced that noise. Okay, so now we can't really hear that noise in the audio samples. It is there because you need some form of noise to fill in the higher frequencies, but it's not as prevalent. And I'm surprised, without boring you guys who aren't music people, basically they've mastered the low end of the vocal, which was the hardest part to get from a vocal training. The higher part is easy to get because you don't have clashing in other instruments. Whereas the lower part, like the deeper part of the voice, was harder to train because you can't really hear it behind the 808 and the instruments. So I'm glad they figured out a formula where they could kind of reverse engineer the harmonics of a voice to get geeky with it. How did I think of neo soul? We got to do neo soul and jazz.
Is it the silence or the sound we make? A trembling sky.
It really sounds like somebody. Is it the silence? Like right up on the mic. They even have the proximity effect. All right, so those are the first three examples, but now let's create our own to show you guys what the back end looks like. Yesterday, I was so pumped off the New Jack Swing. We're gonna do that today, but we're gonna do different genres as well. And I extended our idea from yesterday too, by the way.
Groove me, baby.
This one came out fire. Tell me this is not a hit. Come on, this is hard. Smash that like button if this is hard.
I wanna hold you, I wanna hug you, I wanna touch you, girl, you drive me crazy. And while you play these games, play with my heart.
I just thought that was hard. Oh, we're going to have some fun today. Oh, you know, we got to do two personas. Okay, we got to do that. I forgot about personas. So there's so many tools in here. I don't use every tool, I'm being honest with you guys. But what I showed you guys yesterday is even if you didn't know a bunch about music or how to talk to AI, you could literally just type in New Jack Swing and it would come out with a fire song. Like you don't need to know 1,000 things about music. And that's a good thing. And I'm a person who teaches music. I don't want to have to go in here and set 1,000 parameters just to get an outcome. Like sometimes I just want to type New Jack Swing, give me a vibe. I'm not trying to go in here and say, you know, make sure the S's are negative 10 LUFS and all this stuff. So what we're going to do is try different genres. We're going to write a song and we're going to try different genres. So we're going to write some lyrics. Now, here are a couple of websites you guys can use to come up with genre ideas. Here's Every Noise. They have like a long list of genres, stuff we don't think of every day. Music Genre List is another website. And then we're going to mess with Udio to see the comparison. Okay, so let's write some lyrics. So firstly, I'm going to write in the mindset of what I would actually write, which is a New Jack Swing. So I want to say, girl, I wanna love you. Ain't no one above you. You're the apple of my eye. Wait, you're the apple of my eye. Like a diamond in the sky. And then, girl, you are the one for me. Wait, girl, you are the one for me forever and eat. And let's see if it catches like this rhythm. Because I think it measures your words and it figures out the syllabolic rhythm too. So that's another thing we're going to pay attention to is how it deals with syllabolic approach to lyric. So, girl, you are the one for me forever and eternity. I just wanna love you, baby. And what if I put E, baby? Let's see what it does. All right, so that is more of a bounce for like New Jack Swing. So what I love about Suno is that you could just type in different styles, hit create, and swap the style, hit create. They'll all generate in a queue. So you don't have to sit there and wait until it's finished to get to the next one. So for example, let's do New Jack Swing 90s style, hit create. Then we're gonna do that same thing, but in trap. And then we're gonna hit create. So this is a fast way to iterate through different genres for the same musical idea. Let's do country. We're going to do rock. And also it labels your genre underneath the title so I know which one is which. Let's do pop. Let's do like disco funk. Disco funk. And let's do house. I didn't think about house. Let's do house music. And let's do reggaeton. All right, boom. And there's a feature too where we could sing our lyrics into Suno. So we're going to use that later though. I just want to do simple type prompts because it comes up with creative melodies. I don't like to overly force Suno to do what it does because I could do it in a DAW. What I like Suno is that it creates from its own brain. I'm a piano, Afrobeat. Let's do neo soul. And lastly, jazz. So as you can see, I'm doing like 10 generations at a time here. I don't know if that's a paid feature or if that's on the free plan. I'm not sure. But I love how fast this thing spits out ideas. So firstly, let's try the New Jack Swing style. Let's see what it sounds like. But you guys can hear the audio. Oh, what did I eat? I ate some Kung Pao chicken, so I'm pumped right now. Where's my lyrics? So far, my lyrics aren't popping up. Okay, it didn't handle the vocals the way I expected, but so spreading out the lyrics. Girl, you are the one for me forever and eternity. Okay, so it did the rhythm right. I just wanna love you, baby. Okay, so baby. Okay, so it had its own bounce there. It did spread out the words. It left a couple words out, but usually it says every word. And it was rhythmically what I expected in the areas that it triggered, but it was a little gappy in terms of the space. That's why sometimes it's better to give it audio. But we got to assume that people don't know how to record themselves and do all these steps. Yeah, good one. And let's say you're just on your phone at night. You're not going to sit there and record into your phone at night. when you have like family around you. So here we go. Let me switch the screen. Hold up. Ain't no one above you. See how it's predictable? You're the apple of my eye. Let's go.
Like a diamond in the sky.
This is good. I like this one. Girl, you are the one for me. Now, to be fair, what they're doing, what Suno's doing, is they're spreading the syllabolic approach out as if they would in this genre. So something that was key for New Jack Swing was they would spread out, girl, you are the one for me. Like they were like, it would take double the amount of time to say something. It said, girl, you are the one for me. It'd be like, girl, you are the one for me. So that is part of the style. So I can see why this. So it even has intelligence on how the lyrics should be sang.
Forever and eternity. I just wanna love you, baby. Girl, I wanna love you.
Ain't no one above you. I could even do harmonies to this. You're the apple of my eye. See how it's like, this is my first time hearing this ever, and I could guess the melody. That's how you could tell this is a good, whoever did the training for this, like the association, did a really good job. And let me know how you guys vote on this style. 1 to 10, what do you guys give it? 1 through 10. Rate Suno so far. Now, we haven't really touched the deep features yet, so we're just getting started. So next, let's try the same lyrics, but in trap. So this is going to be funny because trap is usually a darker genre, so hearing it talk about Girl, I Love You will be hilarious. But let's do this. Ain't no one above you. See?
You're the apple of my eye.
Like a diamond in the sky. Okay.
Girl,
Like-
you are the one for me. Forever and eternity. I just wanna love you.
This is a good melody right here. Baby.
Baby.
That was good. Now, it was a little short compared to the other generations. I'm not sure how it determines the length of a generation. We got 30 seconds on this one. We got somewhere like a minute and a half. But I do really like the melody on this to where I would extend this. And later, I'll show you guys how to extend stuff. So let's go to the next trap one.
Ain't no one above
You guys voted 8 so far? Okay.
You're the apple of my eye.
This sounds just like a rapper
Like
right
a
now.
diamond in the sky.
Tell me what sounds different than a rapper
Girl,
right
you
now.
are the one for me. Forever and eternity.
Is eternity.
I just wanna love you.
This sounds really good.
Baby.
About to give me a $3 million deal. Y'all hear about that lady that got the $3 million deal? Shout out to her. She got a $3 million deal off of prompting AI with her poetry. She's a poet who puts her lyrics in Suno. I'm not sure how much production she does. Personally, I think there is a little production behind it, like mixing and some kicks, but it could just all be Suno. But I doubt she did it with Suno version 4.5. I don't know. I'm a little skeptical, but she got $3 million for it. Is that going to take away from anything else that's happening? No. She figured out a way to do content. She figured out a way to give it a persona, consistency. You know, that requires human engineering. It's not just going to do everything for you. Okay, so that was a cool melody. Now that sounds just like rappers today. Like everybody wants to sound the same. That's what they sound like. That's exactly what they sound like. They run through auto-tune. They do singy raps over country or like pain beats. All right, so here's country. Here's the country version. Girl, I wanna love you, ain't no one above you. You're the apple of my eye, like a diamond in the sky. All right.
Girl, I wanna love you.
Girl.
Ain't no one above you.
You're
You're
the
the
apple.
apple of my eye, like a diamond in the
the sky. Girl, you are the one for me forever and eternity.
I
just wanna love you,
baby.
baby.
Yo, this is hard. That was hard. So what it does really well is vocal harmonies. It does background music really well now. And the bass and the dimension of the song feels real. So it's at the level where it is officially sounding like real stuff. Can't wait to see where they take it from here. I could see me sending at the Applebee's, playing at a country fair. Nobody would know that that's not a real artist. Not that that's the goal of this, because I hate when people say, these AI are here to disrupt the music industry. Like, no, that's not even what the purpose of this is. We'll get into the purposes later, but the purpose of this is to be inspired. That's the purpose. Next up. Cowboy hats on, everybody.
Girl, I wanna love you. Ain't no one above you.
Come on.
You're the apple
Get them
of
cowboy
my
hats,
eye, like a diamond in the sky. Girl, you are the one for me forever and eternity.
I feel like Drewski in
I
that.
just wanna love you.
This is making me appreciate other genres too, by the way. So for those who don't know, I primarily do hip hop, R&B, like mainstream stuff. I don't do country because it requires a lot of instrument recording. I don't have the room for all that. And this sounds fun. Like it makes me be like, you know what? I want to make another country song out of fun. Next up, let's do a rock version. So as you guys can see, we get a lot of different styles and it's mastered all these nuances of each genre. So I just put general rock on this one.
Girl, I wanna love you. Ain't no one above you.
Oh, I like that.
You're the apple of my eye,
Like a diamond in
the sky. Girl, you are the one for me forever and eternity. I just wanna love you, baby.
The drum fill, let's go. Oh, even hit him with the guitar mutes through the amp. Okay, that was cool. I like that one. I love like the pan guitars too. Wait, is this the
Girl, I wanna love you.
love you?
Ain't no one above you. You're the apple of my eye.
I like this voice.
Like a diamond.
So another thing you could do on here, which we're gonna do later, is called persona. So I could take this person's voice or whoever this is on this record, and then I could use that as a character and put them on different genres like jazz, trap. So I like the grit, like what is it called? The grit in his voice or the growl?
In the sky.
It's like very raspy.
Girl, you are the one for me forever and eternity.
It has that like, 1980s, 1990s sitcom intro song kind of flavor to it.
I just wanna love.
And, I used to hate when music producers like, why are you empowering the AI that's going to take our jobs? First of all, I'm a master producer and I'm using this tool. I'm not threatened by this thing you guys think is threatening us. It doesn't make any sense to be threatened by this. And secondly, this is creating music that I would never hire somebody to do. I would never go out of my way, spend thousands of dollars just to get somebody to sing this kind of 80s style who may or may not get it right. Because I've spent many thousands on creatives before. Artwork, software development, creatives in general. And I would not do this. It wouldn't even be a normal thought to be like, you know what? I could do it cheaper with Suno. That's not my thought. I would never hire somebody to do this. That wasn't even remotely a thought. So it's not threatening anything, any service. This is giving people who would never hire a music producer, like social media content creators who don't have a budget, who aren't trying to be artists. They just need background music for their YouTube video. They don't want to sign up to, what's it called, Epidemic, and deal with all the blacklist, the whitelist lists, and all this type of stuff. They're just like, look, I want background music for my video so that the social media algorithm can push it, but I don't want to deal with all the headaches of certain platforms allowing it, certain platforms not. And I understand they would never sit there. A person who's making $0 would never go, I need to go to BeatStars right now and get a beat to go behind my little makeup tutorial. Like, these are people who would never have gone to people in general. They would have tried to find royalty-free music somewhere else. So to me, this is not competing against anything.
Baby,
baby. Let's try pop this time.
Girl, I wanna love you. Ain't no one above you. You're the apple of my eye.
Oh, went up the octave.
Like a diamond in the sky. Girl, you are the one for me. Forever and eternity.
Put your hands
I
up.
just wanna love you.
Wow, wow, wow. You know what's surprising about this is how melodic these melodies are. Like whoever did the training, again, like I said, they really mastered the understanding of melodic resolution, melodic expectation, melodic tonality, expression. Like it really thought of the nuances of music theory and melody and figured out a
Girl,
way.
I wanna love you. Ain't no one above you. You're the apple of my eye.
That's cool. I'm gonna kind of go faster through these genres because I forgot we did so many. Okay, next up is disco funk. Why is this hard? Disco funk might be my favorite genre in here next to New Jack Swing.
Girl, I wanna love you. Ain't no one above you. You're the apple of my eye. Like a diamond in the sky. Girl, you are the one for me. Forever and eternity.
Now, the nuance here for the music producers in the room is I love disco funk sound. However, it's using a modern person's voice. So we have to tell the AI to not use modern voice. So the way I'll do this is say like soul. I did it last time using soul R&B 1980s. So that way it has a definitive time period. And also keep in mind, a lot of the disco sound we loved back then was made like the Bee Gees, for example. They were white. There was a lot of white bands that sounded very melanated, and you'd be surprised. But I do want an older type of sound though. So I'm curious how I can communicate that to the AI is give me an older style voice, not a modern style voice. So that's the one nuance that, you know, people who are just hopping into this may not understand.
I just wanna love you.
We got the Bruno Mars distortion. Music is incredible. That used to be the weak spot. Okay, let's compare this to Udio because I had somebody the other day say, man, I swear it's a Udio rep because there's no way this is a person commenting. And I let everybody have their opinion. You know, I'm just joking here. But let's add the lyrics to the song. And Udio looks a little more complicated, to be honest with y'all. Like it has all this voice stuff and it's just a little too convoluted. Now the interface looks a little convoluted. I'm not critiquing Udio. I just think they just don't need to be doing all this like interface stuff, in my opinion. Let's do disco funk. And then was it 1980s soul R&B. So again, we'll hear the differences. So I use the same prompt. Let me do the same exact. And then it says, please select the voice. Okay, you got to turn that off. All right, so now we got that. Let's do the same style, same lyrics into Suno and compare the two, okay? Just so you guys could hear it. Next up is the house version.
Girl, I wanna love you. Ain't no one above you.
I want to hear the house drop.
I just wanna love you, baby.
This is hard. Imagine DJing a set and you throw in your custom track and everybody's like, yo, which song is this? You do a custom mix up. That's what Suno is for. Like, it's just that extra little thing to wow people.
Girl, I wanna love you. Ain't no one above you.
Yeah, we're going to do the singing portion.
You're the apple of my eye.
In about 3 more modules, we'll get to that.
like a diamond in the sky.
All right, let's skip to the house. What else fire? It even knows echoes and delay. No, I don't DJ personally, but I'm saying, like, imagine I was DJing a set and I just threw that in. People are gonna be like, what was that, bro? Do I think the average frat bro can just type in a Suno, make me a DJ song? They could, but it takes some time to, like, get to what people are trying to get to. But Suno's hit rate is very high. Like, you don't have to generate 10 times to get one good result. It knows kind of what you're going for. That's what I love about Suno. You don't need to run it 1,000 times. But I think, you know, the average kid who's just DJing a college party, they throw that in their set, maybe crossfade it or mix it with something else and kind of blend the two and make a mashup. They're going to have a whole different style of DJing. Next up is reggaeton. You know what I'm curious to? I want to know how this does other languages outside of English. I don't know how to, like, type in other languages on here, but I'm sure somebody will do an experiment. So if other YouTubers are watching this, try to do other languages into Suno and see how that works. I don't know how to do it though. I guess I'll have to use Grok, translate it, and put it back in. I don't know.
Like a diamond in the sky. Girl, you are the one for me.
You're about to use Udio in a second.
I just wanna love you.
Where's the reggaeton drums? Come on, man. Oh, they gypped me on the drums. We got gypped.
Girl, I wanna love you. Diamond in the sky for me. I just want you, baby.
Man, they keep gypping me on the drums on that one. I was waiting on that. So reggaeton so far, they robbed us of our drums. Let's check real quick because we did so many genres. Let's quickly compare Udio and Suno just for the people who keep saying that Udio does better. This is off one generation. Okay, we're going to compare Udio, which gave us an error. Okay, so let's do this again. All right, that's not a good sign for Udio. We got an error. Okay. It says, please try modifying your prompt or lyrics. Try again. Your credits for this generation have been refunded. I'm on a free plan, by the way. It was always weird. Udio gave away so many free credits. That was the one weird thing. I'm like, how are they making money? Like, all right. But Udio is cool. I just think it has its purpose for very niche things. I'm not saying that one is so superior that I would never use the other. All right. So as that loads, all right. So we see generation time is a little bit longer on the Udio side, at least currently at this time. So let's play the Suno version of our comparison here. He says Suno uses autotune. This sounds like a Quincy Jones inspired vibe. Where's my lyrics? R.I.P. Quincy Jones. Here we go.
Girl, I wanna love you. Ain't no one above you. You're the apple of my eye.
Let's go.
Like a diamond in the sky.
Why is this?
Girl, you are the one for me. Forever and eternity.
Let's go.
I just wanna love you, baby.
That is, bruh, that sounds like a real song that is a bop. As a music producer, again, if you don't know me, I'm Game from BusyWorks Beats.com. I need you guys to smash the like button because we are finding the fire. I'm gonna download that one. I forgot to download all these tracks. By the way, you can download WAV files or MP3. WAV is what they call lossless audio. MP3 is gonna give you a little more like artifact download. So we're going to download that. That is a bop. Suno has not missed yet, except for the reggaeton one. It hasn't really missed. So to be fair, I'm going to thumbs down it, not because I hate it only because I was expecting drums. Okay, so Reggaeton's the only one that kind of, I won't say it missed so bad that it was bad. It just didn't give me what I expected. So it wasn't bad though. But this is cranking out hits, y'all. Like that song feels like it existed somewhere in a different parallel universe. All right, now let's play Udio's version of the same exact prompt, same genre. Here we go. Yeah. Or we can go back to Afrobeat. So let me tell you how Udio tricks the ear. For beginners who don't know all the music theory terms and music production, the way Udio makes their stuff sound higher quality is they increase what's called the dynamic range. So it's the same as like if I have an HD camera versus if I'm using my iPhone as the webcam, it's not as defined. Whereas an HD camera, you could tell the depth, you can see the details. So basically what Udio does is it tricks our ear in hearing dynamic range. And they also add a little more bass and high end so that it distracts you from the actual vocal quality and the missing of the instruments. So they hit you with the dynamic, so you listen to the movement, but you forget to listen for the instrumentation. And that's what's missing from Udio is the instrumentation, the fullness of the sound. Suno might not have as much dynamic range, but it has more fullness. And in my opinion, as a music producer, it's more prudent, I guess, to have the song sound full than just have it dynamic. We can always add dynamic through plugins and adding our own production. So that's the difference, is Udio is not really adding the instrumentation and the fullness that Suno's given us. But let's play the second generation here.
Girl, you are the one for
Just listen for the instruments. We only heard one horn and one vocal so far.
Girl, you are the one
And a bass
for me.
synth.
Forever and eternity. You're the apple of my eye.
Now, to be fair for Udio, is that this era of sound did sometimes sound like this. So, again, to the people who are non-pros, you know, the movies in the 90s hit because they were just fuzzy. Like N64 hit because the graphics were like very boxy. But if you try to upscale it into modern day graphics, Mario doesn't feel the same. So the same thing with this genre is like, you can make it more HD in terms of the sonics of a sound. Like Suno definitely makes stuff HD in terms of sonics of a sound, but it loses the authenticity of that actual eras of sonics. However, like I said before, Suno is superior in the fact that it adds more fullness and people perceive more things happening, a little bit more important than just the dynamic of a song. Okay, so that's why I think Suno has the edge here. It doesn't mean I would pick one or another. It's just whoever has the dopest sample, I'm going to download it. But this is an authentic sonic texture for this time. And also to the way the vocals are actually singing.
Girl, you are the one for me. Forever and eternity. You're the apple of my eye. Like a diamond in the sky. Girl, you are the one for me. Forever and eternity.
So that is how an actual funk record would sound. Udio has the accuracy of the genre, put it that way. However, they could still figure out ways to, you know, turn it up to a Suno level. So I'm not, it's really like apples and oranges in a way. It's hard to really directly compare them. I think they both have their benefits, but this one wowed me more in terms of the factor. See, it's not, for the music producers in the room, it's not as dynamic. There's not as much movement in this, and the vocals aren't as like authentic to the era, but it's authentic, but not as authentic as Udio. Let's run that same exact prompt one more time and see what else we get.
Girl, I wanna love you. Ain't no one above you. You're the apple of my eye. Like a diamond in the sky.
It's crazy. That's a hit song right there. That's crazy. Suno's hit factor is extremely high. I haven't really heard one generation from version 5 that sounded like a flop. Not one, not even close. So as you guys can see, Udio, I'm on a free plan, so I don't know if that like changes anything, but it does take a little bit more time to generate. So I assume it's because I'm not on the paid plan. I don't know. Let's play the other version from the disco from Suno. Okay, I want you guys to hear how many instruments we heard just in the first part. Drums, horns, bass, rhythm guitar, strings, flute, 6. Vocals. So we heard 7 instruments from Suno. And if we go to Udio for those older generations, horns, bass, drums, piano, vocal. So we heard 5 instruments. Not that every song needs 1,000 instruments, but there is a difference in the fullness just simply based off of how many instruments it adds. If you guys want a definitive difference between Suno and Udio. Okay, so this is about to. So let's go back to Suno.
No one above you. You're the apple of my eye, like a diamond in the sky. Girl, you are the one for me.
They said the one.
Forever and eternity.
I can just hear you guys flipping this and creating hit banger after banger coming from Suno without any sample and copyright headaches, without any estate trying to charge you an arm and a leg just to flip a sample. Like hip hop was built off of sampling, and what destroyed the vibe of hip hop, in my opinion, the traditional hip hop, not rap music and trap music, hip hop, what destroyed it, in my opinion, is that the older record labels saw how successful hip hop was, and they started charging an arm and a leg for people to sample their records. They want all your publishing. They want $30,000 cash. Like, it's so many prerequisites that only the superstars were allowed to sample. And it made it to where people are like, let's not sample because they don't want any headaches. You know, some kids took a risk, like Juice WRLD, for example. He sampled Sting, and then it became a hit song, and then he got sued by Sting, and now he had to, RIP Juice WRLD. So some people take a risk, but in the music industry, people don't take the risk. Usually their song gets taken down due to copyrights and there's so many little legal dumb battles behind the scenes on just putting out a simple song. Like, even if they're not making money, like these estates get a little crazy with their samples because they may have sold their library to a third party, and the third party is here for money. They could care less about the culture and the art. They are trying to make money off of the samples that they bought. So if you flip a James Brown sample, I'm just saying James Brown, I don't know if he has another controller over his estate. But if you flip a James Brown sample, for example, a tech company who bought out his publishing might charge you, or the rights to his music might charge you $50,000 just to flip it. And it's like, how are you ever so we kind of lost the art of hip hop in a way because of that simple concept. Is like sampling became like a money grab, basically. Now let's compare Suno to Udio one more time, and then we're going to move to the next module, which is to test the instruments of each platform with no lyrics. I need you guys to smash that like button, send this to the friend. Let's get this party started. We're just getting started today. Yeah, I'm definitely going to sample these today.
I wanna love you. Ain't no one above you. You're the apple of my eye.
Singing is really well done on this.
Like a diamond in the sky. Girl, you are the one for me.
Oh, that was so hard. What the freak?
Forever and eternity.
I'm about to cry, that was so far.
I just wanna love you.
Bruh, did y'all hear that hook? I'm gonna run that back off the strength. Hold up.
Like a diamond in the sky.
There you go. hit after hit. Do y'all hear what I'm hearing? This is instant classic material. If I flip this into a hip hop beat, it is over. Girl, you. Like, come on, this is fire. Man, we got Jada Rude in the chat. This is crazy. You want to do the week? We'll do some artist styles. 2 more modules from here. We're going to do the artist style. It's a caveat with the artist style because with AI stuff, even if you type in the word Drake, I swear Drake's legal team was like, don't let any AI tools mention my name. Because if I ask Google, hey, add Drake to this picture, they won't do it. If I ask Suno, make a Drake type loop, they're like, oh, you have a certain keyword in here. We cannot target artists. So I'm going to show you guys a way that I would work around that. But it is a little frustrating because we want to create in the style of our favorite artists, but it's like people who don't know music don't know what to call a Drake type beat. Like, do you know that it's a dark lo-fi beat with, low pass filters and sine wave based chords? Like, you're not going to know that as an average person. So I just wish these music companies would stop being so like thinking this is a competitive tool. We're not trying to make songs to get rid of Drake. We're trying to make stuff that sounds like Drake so we can have fun with it. But these companies are so whatever about it. Now, one day in the future, I'm sure there's going to be an uncensored or open sourced, not even open source, like I pay for it if it wasn't censored. Some company or some feature, I'm sure somewhere in the future will have an uncensored version so we could actually use celebrity words instead of just like skipping around the word Drake, which is a little frustrating, but I understand on the company side too. Okay, that was hard though. Girl, you. That was hard. So as you see, I'm getting excited from Suno. Udio can hit here and there, but it's not like as consistent in my opinion. Drake is a warlock. And Voldemort, that is funny. Hear those chords? Piano chords.
Girl, I wanna love you. Ain't no one above you. You're the apple of my eye, like a diamond in the sky.
Wonder what key we're in. Let me find the upper key. So for those, this is a music producer problem. So people who aren't music producers, don't worry about this. But basically my concern about AI music too was when I would download this, it'd be hard to find the tempo and the key sometimes. But what I love about this is I can literally play in the standard tuning of 440 hertz and find the key of this song. So it's not in some like 450 hertz tuning. I could jam. Let me just show you guys. I could jam to this to show you how a real musician or producer would think. I'm going to run this back and this is also dope for musicians to practice, like try new chords, new ideas. So let's play E minor. Let me swap hold on one second. Let me change the keys here. So we're playing E minor 11th. Somebody said to discuss them. Why? Like I was never thinking about this person in the chat. I was never thinking about their website. I wasn't thinking about hiring any person on the planet Earth to do this. So what is that stopping? Please tell me what it stops. It stops stuff that would never happen anyway. It's almost like when somebody generates a girl or something online as a picture. It's like a real girl was never thinking of you in the first place. What is it stopping? I guess I said that backwards. It's like a girl generating a guy picture of AI. And the guy's like, man, all she does is generate guy pictures. Oh man, the girls never talk to us. It's like she was never going to talk to you anyway. What are you losing out on? I'm just confused. I just want to know your opinion. All right, so it's E minor. Now it goes into a different key. And this is where I could practice as a musician to try different chord changes. So now I'm going, okay, it's not just E minor to F. There was like some chord change in there. So maybe it was F minor. Now you got to get fancy. So this is a great way to practice in my opinion. Okay, so we've done enough genre material. Somebody asked earlier to play the Afrobeat style. So let's play the Afrobeat style. And then we'll move on to doing instruments only. Actually, you know what we have to do? We have to compare it to UDO. So let's do that first. Let's see what key we're in. So this is kind of what records of this time would sound like, but I wouldn't sample these, if that makes sense. So it's in that funk pocket more than it is in the that's why I said it's a little more accurate when I say disco funk. It literally takes you to disco funk.
Girl, I wanna love you. Ain't no one above you.
You're the apple of my eye, like a diamond in the sky.
Girl, you are the one for me, forever and eternity.
I just wanna love you, baby.
Yeah.
See how it's like it does certain things good and certain thing. Okay, put it this way. Here's my final comparison between UDO and Suno. UDO, if you guys are into image editing, it's analogous to Seedream. Like it can do an edit, but it either doesn't get the subject right or the background right or the kind of in between. Whereas Nano Banana is more like Suno. It gets the subject right, the background right. Now, it might not exactly give you the details you want in certain niche scenarios, but it gives you the entire, it's more reliable, I'll say. All right, so we got EC in the chat. Shout out to everybody who's here. So we are still testing Suno V5. This is a much longer video than our video yesterday, but if you want a shorter bite-sized video, go watch the video on the channel about the release of Suno V5, because that was my initial emotional response to it dropping. Okay, so next, let's keep this fun. Let's see if we could do some artist styles. So in the chat, let me know which artists we should create a style for. Okay, so we have to write new lyrics, and let's make it more modern lyrics. And we're only going to use Suno here. We're not going to use UDO because, actually, let me show you a unique thing UDO does, because it does something for you that I'll show you. I don't know if Suno does it. So here's the game plan so far. So we went through the genres. Next is to do instruments only, and then we're going to do what's called artist styles, and we're going to change the genre. And I'm going to see if we can work around them blocking us using certain artists. I thought it said Gwen Stefani, Gloria Estefan, Justin Bieber. Okay. And yeah, so we're going to do instrumentals next. And then currently we're doing artist styles, and we're going to do different lyrics. So you guys said Forbat style, Doja Cat. Let's start at the top. I don't know who Gloria Estefan is to know what she sounds like. So I'll put Justin Bieber, only because I don't know what she sounds like. I've heard the name, but I don't know what she sounds like. So what would Justin Bieber sing? He would sing softly. So, baby, can you grab my... No, that's too slow. Baby, can you... That sounds corny. I need somebody who's not an R&B singer, actually. We can't do Justin, only because I need it to be less lovey. Doja Cat might be a little pop. Let's do The Weeknd. I think that's actually a good starting point, because he's more of like, he doesn't have to speak about love. Okay, so we'll say, it's the dark side of the moon. It's the dark side of the moon. Hotter than summer. That doesn't make sense. It's the dark side of the moon. Bum, 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 bum. When you are with me, when you are with me, dum, dum, bum, 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 bum. I don't wanna be a fool, dun, 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 dun. But when you are with me, dun, 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 I just wanna take you to the mountainsides of June. I don't know, that makes sense. To the mountainside. We need something that rhymes with oon or ool. What up, Star? Oh, that was Star's request. I didn't even peep the name. Shout out to Star. That's a good artist. for this example. I just want to take you. I just want. Now I forgot the whole melody I had in my head. Hold on. It's the dark side of the moon. Dun, dun, dun. Little commercial break. Because Star sent this. I feel so bad. Star. I still did not. At this point, just don't believe anything I say until I actually do what the frick I said. So this is by IK Multimedia. Quick little shout out. Star Ackerman hooked this up. I still have yet to plug this up with my speakers, but basically, if you guys are in an untreated room like I am, I used to pay thousands of dollars a month for commercial studio space, and it was quickly a waste of money. So IK Multimedia figured out a way where I can get the sound of my commercial space inside of my natural smaller room, because I moved it to the upstairs because we get more light up here. So what this does is it converts my speakers. I'm using some Eve Audio SC3070s, which are not IK Multimedia. You use this system, and it converts your room into a commercial studio style sound. It does the room correction for you. So shout out to Star for that. I feel guilty because I have not completed a video for many reasons, but I'm tired of giving excuses. I just need to man up and say, don't listen to me until I complete that task. It's the dark side of the moon. Dun, 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 dun. When you're with, it doesn't make sense. When you're with me in the noon. There we go. Noon rhymes with moon. It's the dark side of the moon. Dum bum 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 bum. When you're with me when you're with me in the noon. Doesn't make sense. When you're with me. Let me just keep it where the heck I had it. That doesn't make any sense. When you with me, I don't wanna be a fool. Bum 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 bum. When you're with, let me say yours instead of you are. So this is where it gets it's like a little hang up in terms of syllabolic approach to the AI. It's like, even if you write, it still requires talent to know how to make this all mesh. Shout out to Tito. Randy says, can you do a 70s style? We're still trying to figure out how to get that soul sound. So I'm glad you said that. 70s style. Let me write that down. Because if this could do soul samples, I'm definitely doing soul samples. It kind of does disco funk, but I'm not sure how to target like soul, like Marvin Gaye soul. So that's why I said artist styles matter, but they don't let us type in artist styles for some reason. All right, so let's finish these lyrics here. I just want to take you to the mountainside. This doesn't make any. Let me redo this. What would The Weeknd say? Chat, give me some keywords real quick. What would The Weeknd say? Jid, Smino, Ozzy Osbourne, R.I.P., Lord, Sabrina Carpenter, Dua Lipa, No Worries, Meg Thee Stallion. Shout out to Meg Thee Stallion for being on Love Island, by the way. That was funny. Oh, you know what we should do? Duh. Oh, you know what? It won't let us insert lyrics from an existing song either. So that's another kind of blockade that I wish these things would not control, is like there's such thing as a cover. You're allowed to sing the same lyrics as somebody as a cover. I don't know why they block the lyrics of a song as if it's not allowed to do covers. So that's the corny part about the music industry. They want to control everything, and they make some certain AI tools restrictive in that matter. So we can't just copy and paste lyrics off the internet. You're banned on Discord. Chat, should we unban them? If we should unban them, say unban, and we'll unban them. But you probably got hacked on Discord. That's the only time I ban people, is like if they get hacked or whatever. So the chat has the power to unban you. It's up to the chat. Okay, Reggie says ChatGPT a prompt. Oh, duh. Let's use Grok. I don't have ChatGPT, so let's use Grok. Grok, I need your help. I'm live and flopping. Create some lyrics in the style of The Weeknd. I just need 8 bars. That's it. Talk to a ghetto. It needs to know how you talk, because if you don't, Grok's going to give you this, I went to the moon and I've studied, lost in the neon. What is their obsession with the word neon? Take out the word neon and don't be corny. I don't know why AI loves the word neon. Okay. Lost in the shadows, drowning in the haze. This is not what The Weeknd would say. City lights blur, got me trapped in a maze. Hearts on the edge, split and torn in two. Chasing your ghost, but it's never you. Pour up the hurt, let it bleed through the night. Moving through the demons under cold street lights. No. Ghettoify it. Ghetto these lyrics. These suck. Now I gotta be mean to it. It says, my bad, yo. Let me make it grittier. You better. Okay. Trapped in the dark where the cities don't sleep. Visions. Trapped in the dark where the city don't sleep. Visions of you and the smoke cutting deep. Hearts on the blade. Carved. What? We're going to use these lyrics even though they suck. Okay. So it shows the AI lyrics. You're never going to just be able to prompt style. Like, these lyrics suck. Okay. Anyway, we're going to put the style of the weekend and let's see if we get an error. Okay. We didn't get an error. I'm actually shocked. Now let's use the style. Oh, wait. It says couldn't generate that. Tags contain the artist name, The Weeknd. See? So that makes this very annoying because now we got to figure out a way to say The Weeknd without saying The Weeknd. So I'll say Grok. Suno doesn't let me use the word The Weeknd as a style. So reword it with as many words as possible to describe The Weeknd sound. That's the sucky part. That is not Suno's fault. It's the music industry's fault. Okay, so here's what why are they giving me lyrics? No, give me a prompt, not lyrics. Create a song with a dark cinematic. Okay, it's a lot of words here. Okay, so let's just copy this entire thing. I'm not going to reread it or pre-read it, I mean. All right, so let's copy this. Now, I'm being honest, as a music producer, this is a lot of description. Like, I would not describe The Weeknd this deeply. Okay. Why is this not letting me copy? Okay, and expansive. Okay, let's copy that into the style. So I don't know if there's like a character limit. This is kind of like, if I were a person who weren't a music artist, this would be tedious, you know? Like, you shouldn't have to type this much to get The Weeknd style. Like, you shouldn't have to go through this. But again, it's not the fault of Suno. All right, let's do that same thing at Udio and see what it gives us. So let's do style. And let's copy the lyrics just to see what the difference is here. Now on Udio, I've noticed you could just type in The Weeknd and it will reword it for you. That's what I love about Udio, is that it'll recognize it used the celebrity's name, but it rewords it in the actual category. So that's another advantage of, see, it says artist replaced, and then it tells you what it replaced it with. I wish Suno had that feature because trying to figure out a way to describe The Weeknd is a headache. So Suno, if you guys are watching or if any representative knows them or whatever, please let them know. It'd be smarter, more prudent, in my opinion, if somebody puts the artist name in the style, just reword it for us. Don't make us go through ChatGPT to figure out a prompt, because that is not even like what a music producer would do. Without further ado, here is the result. Does sound like The Weeknd so far.
Trapped in the dark.
Okay, we're definitely in that
The
vibe.
city don't sleep. Visions of you in the smoke.
This is hard.
Couldn't deep. Hearts on the blade, card and left in the cold. Chasing your name, but it's dust in my soul. Sipping on pain, let it burn through the night. Street lights flicker, no escape from the fight. No love, no trust.
Like, me again, to the non-music producers, what it does well is reverb. It understands the tell of a reverb, even though it's generating per sample, because I believe they use auto-regressive sampling or a generation, which is like they'll take one sample point and they'll calculate the estimated next point, and it goes back and it looks at that pattern and then generates the next sample point, and it does that all the way through. I don't know how Suno works now, but that used to be the technology. And the fact that they can guess the reverb tails is pretty impressive.
Just a game that we play.
Even the delay throws on the reverb.
In my veins, watch it eat me away.
You guys want the link to this song? Hold on. This is hard. I don't know if that works. Let me check. Okay, it does give you the song. So that link gives you the straight. It links you to the song or whatever. You guys could use that as a sample. I'm going to download it and I'll share all these samples that I download to our Discord. So if you want all these samples I download today, go to our Discord. It's discord.gg/busyworks. Beats will have all these in a sample pack just because I'm excited. All right, so let's see what this other one is. So it still uses a woman's voice. I'm curious why. This is crazy.
Trapped in the dark where the city don't
How does it know how to pause at the same spot?
Visions of you in the smoke cutting deep. Hearts on the blade, carving left in the cold.
Sounds like Dua Lipa a little
Chasing
bit.
your name, but it's dust in my soul. Sipping on pain, let it burn through the night. Street lights flicker, no escape from the fight. No
It sounds like an actual kick though. It doesn't sound like a plasticky like they used to do. Like it used to be this like suction sound. Now it sounds like a kick.
love, no trust, just a game that we play. Fire.
Oh wait, did we unban them? I forgot to check. No, the chat didn't say unban you. Oh wait, say speak unban. Oh, you said speak urban? Dang, nobody said unban you, dog. They ain't trying to free you, dog. Say now, what's your Discord name real quick? I'll write it down. I don't have time to okay, Vulgar Beats. I wonder why you got banned. His name is Vulgar Beats. Wonder why. Maybe you're vulgar? Just playing.
In my veins, watch it eat me away.
So I'll try to unban you after this live stream. We don't want to distract the live stream right now. All right, so Suno did a great job. Now let's try Udio, same prompt. The only difference is that they accepted the keyword The Weeknd as the style. So let's see what they do.
Trapped in the dark where the city no sleep. Visions of you in the smoke cutting deep. Hearts on the blade, caught and left in the cold.
Vulgar 999,
Chasing
gotcha.
your name, but it's dust in my soul. Sipping on pain, let it burn through the night.
That sounds very bad. Comparatively, that sounds not even close. I think Udio is better at soul stuff, but it doesn't have like a super wide selection of soul stuff. It has like a very specific harsh, like 70s type of soul. And this other genre, as we can hear, is just like nails on the chalkboard. Comparatively, I'm saying. Let's play the next track.
Trapped in the dark where the city don't sleep. Visions of you in the smoke cutting deep.
All right, Vulgar, I just unbanned you. You're unbanned, sir.
Chasing your name, but it's dust in my soul. Sipping on pain, let it burn through the night. Street lights flicker, no escape from the fight. No love, no trust, just
The
a
Lord, okay.
game that we play. The fire in my veins, watch it eat me away.
Now that was hard. But it's like a happy accident. That's why I said Udio gives you these happy accidents. Suno delivers every single time. I haven't heard one track that I didn't think was good. I only dislike those two reggaeton ones because they didn't have drums. Frank Ocean might be fun. So you're unbanned. For those who don't know, we have 125,000 people on our Discord. We are the fastest growing Discord in the music production space. So we have 125,647 people. So it's completely free to join. Just go to discord.gg/busyworksbeats. We do things like live streams, song feedbacks, beat battles are going to come back soon. There's a ton of loops in here. If you guys are musical creators, you want melodic ideas called loops. All right, there's tons of that in here. So we do a lot in there. That's where we kind of do community stuff. Shout out to J2XX says Suno doesn't block most producer names. Producer names. I didn't think about producer names. What kind of producer should we put in? Like Metro Boomin? It's weird how artists get the privilege of like branding, but not the producer. Isn't that funny? But that was a dope track though. That last track we heard. But I wouldn't say it's the Weeknd style though.
In my soul, sipping on pain, let it burn through the night. Street lights.
Like that sounds really good, but
Trapped in the dark where the city don't sleep. Visions of you in the smoke cutting
I got your
deep.
info.
Hearts on the blade, carved and left.
I feel like we're gonna look back at these generators, the early stages, almost like we look back at the N64. Like we might prefer the artifacts and all this of the sounds. So that's why I love Suno. They allow you to generate in different versions, all the way back to version 2. okay, which is very interesting because it's almost like a time capsule.
In the cold,
You said,
chasing you.
yeah, these don't sound like The Weeknd to me. Quincy Jones.
Visions of you in the smoke, cutting deep. Hearts on the blink of
Yeah, that's why I said Udio, not very accurate. So we're gonna stick to Suno for now. Udio had its little run, but I don't think we're gonna go back to Udio for now for what we're talking about. Okay, so I do like our approach now. I just don't like the lyrics. So we got to fix the lyrics. Lyrics suck. What up, produced by Sue? All right, so next up, we're going to do artist styles. So somebody said producer styles aren't blocked. So I'm interested to see. Let's do Metro Boomin style. Now, what does that mean, though? Like, we want a rapper. I'll say trap, rapper, and Metro Boomin producer. Because how would it know who's who? And let's say, Jumpman. No, jumping like I'm Jordan. Jumping like I'm Jordan when I am recording. Stacking up the rhymes of Orden. Stacking up the Forden? The Warden? No. Stacking up, I'm hoarding while I'm getting boarding. It doesn't make any sense. Money to the roof. Oh my good dogs. Let's see if it can say the N word. My good dogs. Stacking up the chips like I'm in New York. And let's also see if it could like not be like money on the roof, all my niggas dogs. Oh, I forgot to put the S. All my niggas dogs stacking up the chips like I'm in New York. Like it needs to say it like New York. So let's see if it knows how to do that. All right, so now we got some rapidy rap lyrics, and let's generate through the trap style and the style of Metro Boomin. And let's try, somebody said Quincy Jones. See if they take that. Okay, it won't let us use Metro Boomin. So this is super corny. Quincy Jones, let's see if it lets us do that. This is kind of a buzzkill. Why did the music industry make this such a buzzkill? So we can't do artist style names, which is complete garbage. So now we got to go to another AI to tell us how to say Metro Boomin without saying Metro Boomin. Okay, without saying Metro Boomin, describe his sound. One sentence only. All right, so we're gonna just do that. But that is kind of corny though. I'm being 1,000% honest. It's not Suno's fault. I want to say that 1,000 times. It's the music industry. Okay, so we have that. Now we got to go over to Grok again and say, do the same for Quincy Jones. And you said Lordy Lord. I also want to do this artist named Banks because she has a very unique style. So hopefully I remember what is what. I don't remember what all these words are. Do the same for Lord. Metro Boomin inspired. I don't think you can even use the word Metro Boomin. I don't even think they'll let you use the word Southside or future. Like they blocked the word future. Like that's super dumb. It's not their fault again. I'm not attacking Suno. Okay, do the same for Banks. Not Lloyd Banks. All right, so we're doing the artist styles, and then I'll show you guys the extend tool next, and then we'll do instrumentals only to see how much detail they give us in instrumentals for music producers who just want to use it for samples. And what else? We have to do the audio to AI function. We have to do the melody loop to AI. We have to do stem separator. There's a lot to get to, so I'm going to move a little bit quicker here. But I am shocked at how consistent the quality this Suno is. It's high quality. Like I've never liked this many songs back to back before. All right, here we have the Metro Boomin style, I think. Oh, I meant to put trap rapper. I forgot.
Jumping like I'm Jordan when I am recording. Stacking up, I'm hoarding while I'm getting bored. Money to the roof, all my niggas dogs. Stacking up the chips like I'm in New York.
So he did do a dog, New York. Okay, they got it. They understood the mission. Was it the assignment? All right, so here, okay. So some people might go, okay, well, the 808's not booming. Let me show you guys something real quick. For the people who are non-music people, we're going to drag this into, darn, what was that called? I forgot the name that fast. Hold up, y'all. It's called Jumping Like I'm Jordan. Okay. So let me show you guys how quickly, now this does require a couple more tools, but let me just show you guys how quickly music producers can take that and make it even better. So Jumping Like I'm Jordan. We're going to drag this in Logic Pro, and let's master this a little bit. So first I'm going to add an expander for more dynamics here. And then let's add a little
Jumping
EQ.
like I'm Jordan when I am recording. Stacking up, I'm hoarding while I'm getting bored. Money to the roof, all my niggas dogs. Stacking up the chips like I'm in New York.
Just like that. Now it's a little heavy, it's a little saturated. Pull it back a little bit. We need a little headroom. I'm telling y'all.
Jumping like I'm Jordan when I am recording. Stacking up, I'm hoarding while I'm getting bored. Money to the roof, all my niggas dogs. Stacking up the chips like I'm in New York. Jumping like I'm Jordan when I am recording. Stacking up, I'm hoarding while I'm getting bored. Money to the roof, all my niggas dogs. Stacking up the chips.
Like, you would not know this
like
is
I'm in
AI
New
at all.
York.
You would not know. Now the intro's a little heavy, so I'm gonna skip to the end here.
Jumping like I'm Jordan when I am recording. Stacking up, I'm hoarding while I'm getting bored. Money to the roof, all my niggas dogs. Stacking up the chips like I'm in New York.
So it's a little heavy on the
Jumping like
sides.
I'm Jordan when I am recording. Stacking up, I'm hoarding while I'm getting bored. Money to the roof, all my niggas dogs. Stacking up the chips like I'm in New York. Jumping like I'm Jordan when I am recording. Stacking up, I'm hoarding while I'm getting bored. Money to the roof, all my niggas dogs. Stacking up the chips like I'm in New York. Jumping like I'm Jordan when I am recording. Stacking up, I'm hoarding while I'm getting bored. Money to the roof, all my niggas dogs. Stacking up the chips like I'm in New York.
All right, just to show you guys, here's a before. Now we just quickly mixed that. We didn't take a lot of time to think about every step, but here's before.
Jumping like I'm Jordan when I am recording. Stacking up, I'm hoarding while I'm getting bored. Money to the roof, all my niggas dogs.
Okay, and now let's add these plugins back. Now again, I think I pushed it a little too heavy, but I don't feel like going back. So let's play it again.
Jumping like I'm Jordan when I am recording. Stacking up, I'm hoarding while I'm getting bored. Money to the roof, all my niggas dogs. Stacking up the chips like I'm in New York.
Now, doesn't that sound like a night and day difference? And that's how we can make this AI stuff sound realistic, to sample for yourself or to even just do whatever you got to do to polish it to put it out. So that's how a music producer would take this stuff. And I only used a couple of our plugins. I didn't really go all the way in, but that's how a music producer applies their knowledge to this stuff. We're not just like dragging and dropping files, even though you could technically, but there's still more steps if you want to take it up to that level. And that's why I think that AI artist that got that $3 million deal, I think their team or her or whoever added something. It's not just like prompt, download, upload. There's a little more to it than that. Okay, anyway, next up is the Quincy Jump. No, wait, this is the, I think that was the one. Okay. So here's the Metro Boomin. This melody's dope.
Jumping like I'm Jordan when I am recording. Stacking up, I'm hoarding while I'm getting bored. Money to the roof, all
said
my
roof.
niggas dogs. Stacking up the chips like I'm in New York.
Why did that go that hard? He said roof. That's exactly what I would do in the studio. That's crazy.
Jumping like I'm Jordan when I am recording. Stacking up on Harden while I'm getting boarded. Money to the roof. All my niggas dogs. Stacking up the chips like I'm
He
in
said,
New York.
golly, this is a great tool. I can like every song is fire. You can't really mess up on this unless you put really dumb lyrics in. I think that's the bottleneck for people who are prompting this. If you put in really corny lyrics, it's going to give you a really corny response. Not because, again, it's just the way lyrics work syllabolically. So that is where I think you guys can level up your stuff, is to learn how to count your lyrics. Like, do this when you write and just talk it out. Jumping like I'm Jordan when I am recording. Stacking up, I'm holding while I'm getting boarded. Money to the roof. All my niggas dogs. Stacking up the chips like I'm in New York. Like, if you count that way instead of like trying to force all these syllables in.
Jumping like I'm Jordan, like I'm Jordan.
So this is the Quincy Jones version.
When I am recording, stacking up, I'm hoarding while
So this genre, you would not sing this many lyrics this fast.
I'm getting boarded. Money to the roof, all my niggas dogs.
He's like, oh my niggas dogs. How you harmonize dogs like that? Run that back. Hold up. Run that back. Run it.
I'm hoarding while I'm getting boarded. Money to the roof, all my niggas dogs. Stacking up the chips like I'm in New York.
Quincy would do that. That's fire. Boom, boom, ba boom. That's a very Quincy bass line right there. Where's it going? That was hard. That was random. Well, that sounds like a drum kit though. Wow. Okay. Next up. Oh, let's see if it could do drum breaks too. That's what we got to test. Can it do drums? So when we do the instruments, we'll say guitar melody. Can we, okay, instrumental guitar melody, no drums. And then we'll do drum break. So here's where we can see if it really breaks down. So on a sample level, we're trying to see, I'm going to put hip hop drum break. Now we're digging into like the building blocks of each song. Let's do a hi-hat drum break, no instruments. And what else? What's an instrument we could, bass line, no other instruments. I don't know if it follows the no command either, so we'll see. Okay, so let's keep going through these. That was hard though.
Jumping like I'm Jordan when I am recording. Stacking up, I'm hoarding.
Why is this fire?
I'm getting boarded. Money to the roof. All my niggas dogs. Stacking up the chips.
Like I'm in, come on.
Like I'm in New York.
Bro, what? That's spooky. That's spooky. That is spooky good. If only the people who aren't into music understand how complex to even do that is. What in the F did they even train this on? What the entirety of Fs? I'm gonna run that back because that was crazy.
Jumping like I'm Jordan when I am recording. Stacking up, I'm hoarding while I'm getting boarded. Money to the roof. All my niggas dogs. Stacking up the chips.
Let's do a gospel of the
Like
song.
I'm in New York.
If he would have went New York, like freaking Michael Jackson, I would have teared up and cried. That was crazy. I forgot who. This is, I guess, the Lord So whoever asked for Lord, tell me if this is accurate. I don't know her style.
Jumping like I'm Jordan. When I am recording. Stacking up, I'm hoarding. While I'm getting bored. Money
This is hard.
to the roof.
Oh, my-
niggas dog.
Let's go. She said it.
Stacking up the chips like I'm in New York.
Yeah. I wanted to say the N-word. Don't censor us more. Like, they already took away our artists' keywords. Don't take away the N-word. I want my white AI to say the N-word. I want my Indian AIs to say the N-word. I'm glad she sang it too. Oh, my niggas, dog. Let's run it back. real quick.
Niggas hoarding. Money to the roof. All my niggas dog.
Let's go. Let's go. As Drake would say, let's go. Let's go. Pick a year like the 90s. Good idea. Let's do, what kind of year are you guys? 90s hip hop? Jake?
Jumping like I'm Jordan when I am recording. Stacking up, I'm hoarding.
Can't use
While
A-list.
I'm getting bored. Money to the roof. All my niggas dogs. Stacking up the chips like I'm in New York.
Why did that go so hard and then it stopped? Oh, it was going so hard. All right, we got to extend that one. That was fire. So let me show you guys the extend tool real quick. So let's say you like the song. You can edit different parts of it. So you can click this drop down. You can go to, where is it at? You can go to, is it remix and edit, and then go to where it says extend. You could also crop and do all this stuff. We're just going to extend it because I like this idea. And then it asks you, where do you want to extend it from? You just arrow back, hit play.
Hoarding while I'm getting bored. Money to the roof. All my niggas dogs. Stacking up the chips like I'm in New York.
And then,
I'm in New York.
all my niggas bark. All my niggas bark. Running from the law. Trying to get these chips. Fucking up the raw. That doesn't make sense. Fucking up the raw. Let's just see if it adds this. Okay, so we're gonna hit extend. We pick a general area where we want it to extend and hit create. So hopefully that does. Now at first I got confused when I did extend, so I'm gonna show you guys how to fully do an extension. So once you hit extend, it's gonna generate that. It's gonna take wherever you left off and build from there, but it's only gonna play from where you left off to what it's building. So you're gonna be confused, like what happened to the rest of the song.
All my niggas barred, running from the law, trying to get these chips.
Why did,
Fucking up the raw.
I don't know if I like the ending.
All my niggas barred, running from the law, trying to get these chips. Fucking up the raw.
Okay, it just ends. Okay, but what you have to do though is click this 3 dots and then go to create get full song. So this will merge the extension with the original thing. Because at first I'm like, where's the song? So now it will play the entire thing. We generated so many songs. We're still. Next I'm gonna do guitar melodies.
Jumping like I'm Jordan when I am recording. Stacking up, I'm hoarding.
I'm on the wrong side, my baby.
While I'm getting bored. Money to the roof. All my niggas dogs. Stacking up the chips like I'm in. All my niggas barred.
Oh, cut off the part. Okay, so I clearly didn't chop it at the right part because it chopped the lyrics out. Not gonna worry about that, but that's how you do it. And I just wasn't paying attention and chopped out the whole part. So anyway, we're gonna move to the, I think it was Banks was the last artist that we did. So from what I remember, let me see if I remember. If this gives me the same feeling as a Banks record. Because she had really good melodies, like it was really creepy melodies. This is dope though.
Jumping like I'm Jordan when I am recording. Stacking up, I'm hoarding while I'm getting bored. Money to the roof. All my niggas dogs.
Let's go.
Stacking up the chips like I'm in New York.
This is hard. I'm sampling all these. This is so fun. Like, this is the most fun I've had with music in a long, long time. Next to Logic Pro's release of a stem splitter. That is kind of how she sings. That was fire. That whatever that was.
Jumping like I'm Jordan when I am recording. Stacking up, I'm hoarding while I'm getting boarded. Money to the roof, all my niggas ghosts. Stacking up the chips like I'm in New York.
Why did that go so hard at the end like that? This is... Now what would you guys rate Suno? Earlier you guys said 8 and I barely touched the surface. 1 to 10. What are you guys going to rate Suno? I say 10. 10 out of 10. This is like... every generation is fire. Every single one. Okay, now we're going to see if it could build the building blocks for the music we create. So this is more for our music producers and sample makers out there. Zero says 9. J DeRue says 20. 10. SOJ says 10. This is getting crazy, y'all. Sade. I didn't think about Sade. 90s Sade style. We'll see if we're allowed to say Sade. King Chris says 10. This is no misses. Like, now here's where we're going to really see from a music producer's perspective. Space Monk says 11. So now from a music producer's perspective, we're going to see if it can build the building blocks that we use every day to build records. So this is, I said guitar melody, no drums. Let's see what it... You know what? I didn't tell it a genre, so that's my fault. Because I didn't give her a genre, that's my fault. Bad. Let's do this. Let's give it a, what kind of guitar? Emo? No. Let's do emotional, romantic guitar melody. No drums. No other instruments. I wasn't clear on the prompt. That was my fault. And let's do instrumental only, and then boom. Oh wait, let's do this. Bang. Hopefully that doesn't do some other thing. Okay, so that was my mistake on that prompt. Next up, this is a drum break. I should have said hip hop drum break. I just said drum break. So, Blind World says 10. Space Monk says 11. Yeah, I'm gonna get into the audio to AI in a second. So that sounds good. I just wasn't clear what I meant by drum break. This sounds like it's about to be crazy. This is fire, even though it's not what I expected. That is so fire. That reminds me of video games like Rainbow Six Vegas. All right, so I said hip hop drum break, so hopefully it knows what I mean by that. I should say, now in my prompt, I gotta put no other instruments. So let me add that, hip hop. A little cheesy, but now this is hard. So this is good background music for content. I'm looking for just the drums though, not a beat. So I'm curious, how do we tell it to just create one thing? And I think that's where the stem splitter comes into play. So let's put get stems and, what is this? It says we could do vocals and instrumentals or just that. Let's do that. Okay, so we're gonna separate it by the actual tracks. I don't know how it's separating more than 4 tracks. It says up to 10 tracks. But because the AI is generating from its actual machine learning, it probably does have access to the guitar and how it created the drum and how it did the vocal. So our DAWs can't necessarily do that because it's not at the source level. Our DAWs can only extract what it thinks is the vocal and what it thinks is the piano. All right, so I don't know. Okay, drums, here we go. Let's solo the drums here. pretty good. Now, I don't know if our DAW could do the same thing. But that's pretty good. It even has a reverb on the drum. That's actually good. Let me download that. Now, what I don't like, okay, so let's do WAV file. So that's good for producers. Mickle Flake says, just showed up to the stream. Shout out to you. Where you get Suno and how much is it? I think Suno is, let me see how much it is a month. I'm paying, let me figure out what plan I'm on. I don't even know myself. Let me see. I'm on the monthly plan. I'm paying $10 a month, but you get a lot of credits. For $10 a month, you get a ton of credits. It says basically you can create up to 500 songs, which we've already created like probably 50 songs, and we still have a ton of credits left. So yeah, it's pretty affordable, $10 a month, and you can cancel it anytime. I like to, join it, cancel it when I'm not using it, join it, that type of thing. I'm always going to be using it though. J2 says, it just flipped my sample with the craziest drums. Yeah, we're going to do that feature in a little bit here. So that did drums really well. Also, a thing we struggle with as producers is bass lines. So let's run this up. Let's see if it just like filters it or if it truly gets the entire bass. So it is grabbing the upper harmonics of the bass, which is a very unique thing to do. And also it separates out percussion from the drums. So this is an interesting track. So we could use this as like texture as a producer. Now, you will notice that it filters the highs a little bit on every AI model that I've heard so far. It does filter the highs a little weird, but normally we wouldn't be listening to the tiny details anyway. So that'd be a good texture layer, for example. Let's see what it thinks other is. Okay, the melody is the other. So there's your melody loop right there. It's a very Dr. Dre type sound. So as a producer, I would use those materials to actually build around. So these are good building blocks so far. You just have to prompt it very specifically. So if you are trying to create your own like drum loop or melody loop, you do have to say, do a guitar melody in this genre, no other instruments. You have to be very like critical about the content there. Now this one I said hi-hat drum break, but it's giving me everything but a hi-hat. Why is this hard though? You got to feel it. You got to. You got to. About to bring the 80s back. Don't let me do it. Won't he do it? All right, so far it doesn't target the hi-hats specifically. I think because they know that that's like a weaker area of focus. Now this does emphasize the hi-hat, but it's giving me instrumentation that I asked for. Yeah, it's like, what would people use an API for outside of maybe adding this to video tools? I wonder what they would use it for. Because I could see people making their own. I guess if there was a way to curate it, like to kind of pre-prompt it or reword people's prompts and pre-prompt it, then it could be a viable business for people who make like melodies and stuff. Like you take the user input, you reword it to be more precise. That's what Reeve does basically. The AI image generator or image editor. So for this one, I said baseline, no other instruments. Is giving me all the instruments. Okay, that did not follow my instructions. I don't know if there's a way to put negative commands in here. Maybe it says exclude styles. See, I didn't even put that in the right category. All right, so let's go back to Afrobeat because I skipped over Afrobeat earlier. You said Amapiano. Here's our track from earlier. And also, I want to hear what the I want to hear what the neo soul version came up with.
Girl, I wanna love you.
Whoops, my bad.
Girl, I wanna love you. Ain't no one above you.
So, you know, I wouldn't listen to it, but it's good quality.
I wanna love you.
I just don't like this genre that much,
I wanna love you.
but it sounds crystal clear.
Ain't no one enough.
The Tyler type.
Girl, I wanna love you. Ain't no one above you. You're the apple of my eye,
In my ear.
like a diamond in the sky. Girl, you are the one for me.
Sounds like Chris Brown. Let me find out.
Forever and eternity.
Let me find out Chris Brown trained his vocal on it.
I just wanna love you.
Very Chris Brownie. All right, let's try the Afrobeat one. Definitely got that bounce. Boom, clap, 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 clap. 3, C, O, clap, clap. 3, C, O, clap, clap. 3, C, O, clap, clap.
Girl, I wanna love you. Ain't no one above you. You're the apple of my eye, like a diamond in the sky. Girl, you are the one for me.
Bob Marley and the
Forever and
Rush.
eternity. I just
Yeah, I think so. Yup, Mark. This is exactly how they do.
ain't no one above like me.
Clap, 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 clap. So it definitely understands patterns. I just made a course about drum patterns at busyworksbeats.com. This has nailed what's called the tresillo pattern, which is used in almost every genre, but this nailed that pattern. Tresillo, pop, pop, like that. And they definitely nailed that rhythm. Let's hear what the neo soul version came up with, and then let's go back up to hear our more.
Girl, I wanna love you. Ain't no one above you.
Interesting, they picked a girl
You're the
voice.
apple of my eye,
I don't like that key change right there.
like a diamond in the sky.
Not a fan of the melody, but it's good quality.
Girl, you are the one for me, forever and eternity. I just wanna love you.
That one didn't hit as hard, but it was cool.
Girl, I wanna love you.
This is not neo soul.
And forever and eternity.
So I think neo soul, we figured out that's where it probably didn't train so much. So neo soul, we got to keep testing that to see if they could get real neo soul. But I will say Suno is updated enough to where most genres are covered for the most part. What it was this hip hop, drum break, no other instruments. As it adds a horn. Hip hop the break, y'all. Never hesitate, y'all. Who's the gorilla? The DOC, I'm from Compton. Who's the gorilla? The DOC, I'm from Compton. So I don't know if I call that. It is hip hop, but it's like a different era of hip hop. Maybe if I say J Dilla, I don't even know if they'll allow us to say J Dilla. Oh, you know what? Let's take out the word live drums. That's probably what triggered all that extra stuff. Beat It SZA's album. I think that's against the terms. We're not allowed to give it audio we don't own. That's kind of what got Timbaland all caught up in the backlash. That's very hip hop. Very Scott Storch. Lean back. But I keep saying hip hop, drum break, no other instruments, and it's given us other instruments. So I think that's where it kind of, once you get to the core levels of what makes this stuff, I think either they're preventing us from doing this because they don't want other AI music platforms to just download all the stuff and then train their AI. That's what I assume. But keep in mind, we can also use stem splitters to split out the drums. So I don't know if they're doing it to upsell their stem splitter, if the program is just not doing it on purpose, or if I'm just prompting it incorrectly. But once you get geeky enough to get to the source level, like I just want the drums, nothing else. Like that's when the program starts to just malfunction. It just doesn't really do it the easy way. But maybe I'm doing it wrong. Maybe I just something. So here's the romantic guitar, no other instruments. I hear a bass guitar in here. Pretty cool. Cool. So we got the gist there. This looks better than Splice. The only thing is I would say Splice gives you the core materials, whereas this platform gives you like a layer higher. It doesn't go all the way down to the core materials that we would use as producers, but it does create loops that are flippable in a way. All right, now let's use, we're gonna come back to the styles because I don't wanna fatigue my brain on these styles here. Let's go into the area that uses audio to AI. So here's where we can take musical ideas. So I'm gonna record myself here singing some random melody, and we're gonna run it through the AI. So how are we gonna do this? I guess I'm just gonna sing. Let's do some rap bars first, but then we have to do one with auto-tune that's in a specific key because I wanna see if it stays consistent with the key. So let's come up with some kind of melody like, let me play. Actually, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna use the music they generated as inspiration and I'm gonna sing over top of that stuff. How about that? So let's grab this New Jack Swing. Try to filter too. I just wanna love you. Okay, so now I'm just gonna go back and kind of freestyle a melody here. I just wanna love you, baby. I just wanna love you. I just wanna love you, baby. All right, so the yay. We're gonna leave that in. I'm gonna take out the little giggle part so that it doesn't mess up the calculations. That way you guys can't hear. Hold on. Okay, so now we gotta basically extract this as audio and let's do file, export one track as an audio file. And then we need to save this on our desktop somewhere. Let's put it on the desktop and let's put it here. So if I did this right, it should have our track. I don't know if I did that right though, because normally I just bounce. I don't know why I did it that way. Love you. Okay, so let's see if we could take this file and we're gonna go to a new prompt here. Let's go back to the main page. Let's go to where it says create and we're gonna go to where it says audio input and let's go to upload. And now we're gonna upload that little file that we had and let's tell it to create. And it asks you basically, you need to have the rights to whatever. Okay, cool. So then you preview the audio. I just wanna love you. Love you, baby. Nah. Let's save this. And then I think it has a time limit. I kind of missed what that message said. And it says make something with your audio. So we want to do a cover audio in any song style. I think I did this right. So it's going to save this to the general library so that as a reference. I just want to love you. Okay, and then we can click these little three dots, go to create, or no, go to remix, go to cover. And then it will translate our lyrics that we have here. So I said, I just want to love you, baby. I just want to love you. Okay, so it translated all my lyrics properly. That they do that very well. And then it describes my audio, which is interesting. So on top of all this, let's say New Jack Swing. Actually, let me run that back. I'm just going to take out the line. Oh, dang, I don't know how to go back. But anyway, I'm just going to put New Jack Swing, 90s style. Okay, so it's going to take those lyrics, my audio as the actual like reference, and then it's going to create something that sounds like what I gave it. So let's just see what it says an 8-minute time limit. Okay, thank you. Sorry if my son's being too loud, y'all. So we're going to give it the New Jack Swing prompt. Also, let's see what the J Dilla drums gave us. is very new job based. So this, I can see this. I can see this behind a ton of YouTube videos. Hey guys, I just tried this food spot in LA. You can find it on 1200 and Boulevard. And they sell, like, you know, it would be background music for a YouTube video. So it definitely chops it up. That's pretty unique. It even understands chops. Not sure that's Jay Dilla, but it understands chopping.
I just wanna love you. Love you, baby. I just wanna love you. I just wanna love you, baby.
So I like it. It just is a little short.
I just wanna love you. Love you, baby.
So if I could sing this, what it would sound like.
I just wanna love you. I just wanna love you, baby.
This is crazy. They went all the way in on New Jack Swing. They must have saw my other video and was like, you know, we need to triple double down on New Jack Swing. I just wanna love you. That's crazy. They really took that idea and I think this is the way artists are going to use Suno. They're going to give it like raw ideas. Because let me show you guys something. I forgot to actually play something for you guys in the beginning. So again, this is for, what did it say? The music volume is currently turned down. Oh, duh. Okay, so, oh wait, are we even on the full screen mode? Yeah, I guess we are. So for, again, people who are not music producers, here's my original track that I created with my voice.
Time, too late to turn back the hands of a lifetime. In high demand, I'm the man, yeah, it's our time. Walking through sand, but it's heartbreak on my mind. At it again, yeah, I'm at it again. Too late to turn back the hands of a lifetime. Left me on red, but when is it the right time? At it again, my emotions are flatline. Too late to stress, I'm depressed, it's the end. Yeah, we all back to it.
Okay, so I took that vocal, I ran it through some AI tools, and I gave it a Juice WRLD sound. So no matter what I could do as a human, the chances of me sounding like Juice WRLD are like slim to none. So what it gives a producer like myself or a singer the ability to do is sing in the timbre of somebody else that could actually make the song sound like the song we want to create. So here's what I teach at busyworksbeats.com, for example. Here's the Juice WRLD.
Time. Too late to turn back the hands of all our time. In high demand, I'm the man, yeah, it's our time. Walking through sand, but it's heartbreak on my mind. At it again, yeah, I'm at it again. Too late to turn back the hands of all our time. Left me on red, but when is it the right time? At it again, my emotions are flatline. Too late to stress, I'm depressed, it's the end. Yeah, we all back, too many unanswered questions in my head. Looking for the real smoke, they don't want no problems. I'ma get it started, they don't want no problems. It's just too late to apologize. It's just too late to apologize. It's just too late to apologize. Yeah, it's too late.
All right, so that's what we do as producers. We can turn our voice into other artists, but we still have full control over the production. So that's like one piece of the puzzle is that vocal, but when we switch timbres, it can do stuff like that. So imagine doing that, but with Suno. And I'm not sure it does what I just did in terms of like changing your vocals like that. But what we can do is give it the actual file and have it create in that style, bars. So let me find that record here. And let's drag it. Let's not use the Juice WRLD one because it's labeled Juice WRLD. They're probably going to be like, says Juice WRLD, must be Juice WRLD. So let's find another one where I don't have it. It's Juice WRLD. I think it's this one. We rename it for the daggone algorithms. Let's call it Master. Let's drag it in. All right, so we need to go to custom mode. Let's go to audio mode. Let's upload this bang. Let's find that folder. And now we're doing audio to audio. This is a different prompt than text to audio. Real emo-ish.
A little late to turn back the hands of our lifetime.
All right, so here we go. Save that. And we can also create personas, which I didn't get into because I'm not trying to make this a full-on tutorial. But now we are delving into the audio to AI audio world. And we did styles, we did genres. I guess the only things we have left are really stems, which we did cover. Melody loops, we didn't talk about yet. Ads, music theory talk, we did UDO. We didn't really cover personas. So we're staying on somewhat of a track. Okay. So I'm going to go to over here to the 3 dots, go to remix, let's cover that thing. And it says too late to turn back the hands of let's just say of our lifetime, because that's what I thought I said. Of our. Now this isn't wrong. I did technically say of our, whatever it said before, but after I listened back to it, it sounded like I said of our lifetime, which makes way more sense. Too late to turn back the hands of our lifetime. In high demand, I'm the man. Yeah. Let's change that to yes, to the yes. Yeah. It's our time. Walking through sand, but it's heartbreak on my mind. At it again. Yeah, I'm at it again. Too late to turn back the hands of our lifetime. Now, again, the system's not wrong. I'm just changing some of the words I said because I was freestyling. Too back to turn back the hands of our lifetime. Left me on red. I'll just say red, so it knows to say red, not read. Left me on red, but when is it the right time? At it again. My emotions are flatlined. Too late to stress. Now that it got incorrect, but it's not a big deal. Too late to stress. I'm depressed. It's the end. Yeah. What does it say? Verse 2. Yeah, we go back too many. What? Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, we all bad. That's what I said. Yeah, we all bad. So I don't expect it to know what I said. Yeah, we all bad. Too many unanswered questions in my head looking for the real smoke. They don't want no problems. I'm going to get it started. They don't want no problems. It's too late to apologize. Too late. Wow. Okay. So it's very good at translating the text, or excuse me, it's very good at taking the lyrics out of your audio. It's very, very, very good at that. You may have to make a couple edits here and there, but it's very good. We're going to leave this prompt as is. I'm not going to mess with the prompt. Let's just flip it into a different style. So this is where, you know, the original example, I think Timbaland used this cover style when he brought in the beat or the loop or whatever and had it like create something on top of that. He either did that or he extended. I think he might have used the extend tool to basically do the same thing, but just as an extension to what we were already hearing. So I think that was the difference there. So let's do both. Let's extend this. So instead of creating a whole different version of it, let's extend this from where it left off and just have it do whatever it's going to do. And let me see if I can copy the lyrics. Just have it say the same lyrics. I want to hear what it sounds like, but in the AI voice. So I'm wondering if we have to label stuff verse 1, verse 2, chorus. That's interesting. Wonder if the AI treats it differently. Now let's hit create. So let's see. Okay, so here's the cover, meaning that it's inspired by what we gave it and it creates something different. Oh, it clones the vocal? Wow, let's see.
Too late to turn back the hands of our lifetime.
Sounds like Drake.
In high demand, I'm the man, yeah, it's our time. Walking through sand, but it's heartbreak on my mind. At it again, yeah, I'm at it again. Too late to turn back the hands of our lifetime. Left me on red, but when is it the right time? At it again, my emotions are flatlined. Too late to stress, I'm depressed, it's the end.
Has the same bounce and everything.
Yeah, we all bad. Too many unanswered questions in my head. Looking for.
Now that part it didn't get right rhythmically, but it's small.
Yeah, we all bad. Too many unanswered questions in my head. Looking for the real smoke. They don't want no problems. I'ma get it started. They don't want no problems. It's just too late to apologize. It's just too late to apologize.
Wow, they did a great job.
It's too late to apologize. Yeah, it's too late.
Let me fix the part where it said questions in my head. Oh, I didn't add a comma, that's why. Okay. That was really good. Like, I'm actually They almost made the song better. The only thing is like the drums are a little bit different in terms of the sonic qualities, but they hit the same way. But that was very good. What I would do as a music producer is take everything except for the drums and just add my drums back to it. Just as simple as that. This even did a whole different style. And I'm curious to see what this sounds like, because this is way different in terms of the melody.
Too late to turn back the hands of our lifetime. In high demand, I'm the man, yeah, it's our time. Walking through sand, but it's heartbreak on my mind. At it again, yeah, I'm at it again. Too late to turn back the hands of our lifetime. Left me on red, but when is it the right time? At it again, my emotions are flatline. Too late to stress, I'm depressed, it's the end. Yeah, we all bad, too many unanswered questions in my head. Looking for
See how I got the rhythm wrong right there? But I think it's because the way I prompted it, I didn't have the line separation. So this time I prompted it with the line separation.
the real smoke, they don't want no problems. I'm
See how it threw off the rhythm? But that was really good. That's shockingly good.
high demand, I'm the man, yeah, it's our time. Walking through sand, but it's heartbreak on my mind. At it again, yeah, I'm at it again. Too late to turn back the hands of our lifetime. Left me
Even
on
in the
red,
same
but
key.
when is it the right time? At it again.
No, somebody said RIP music production. If you listen closely, the drums and stuff don't have as much detail. I think that's where these AI kind of is the next frontier, is getting the drums and the core fundamental sounds first. But the drums are kind of the weak category in this one. The music shines, but the drums are like, they're not extremely bad, but they're not extremely good.
But it's heartbreak on my mind. At it again, yeah, I'm at it again. Too late to turn back the hands of our lifetime. Left me on red, but when is it the right time? At it.
But that's a song I really made, and it sounds better, in my opinion, as the AI version of my song. So I know it sounds crazy, but I kind of like the AI version of the vocal. The only thing I would change probably is just the drums.
It again, my emotions are flatline. Too late to stress, I'm depressed, it's the end. Yeah, we all bad, too many unanswered questions in my.
Okay, so let's see if my comma separation caused that weird syllabolic issue.
Too late to turn back the hands of all our time. In high demand, I'm the man, yes, I'm at time. Walking through sand,
Yes, I'm at
but it's
time.
heartbreak.
Oh, did I not? Oh, wait, it didn't copy the right. I didn't realize it was copying the wrong lyrics. Dang, I wasn't paying attention. Okay, so one of these. Okay, we got to change the lyrics. That is my bad. So I caused the whole confusion here. So I didn't realize it was copying the old lyrics. So too late to turn back the hands of our lifetime. I got to fix something here before we hit. Okay, let's fix this comma, separate that to a different line. I'm pretty sure this will solve our problem. So let's create a couple styles here. Let's do an extension and let's do more cover versions. That was my mistake. It's reading the old lyrics. That's the problem. Okay, my bad, y'all. So disregard all these other ones, but I just kind of want to hear what they sound like.
On my mind. At it again.
So here's the extension. So basically, again, the extension's only playing what they've created as the extension. If we want to combine this with the original, we have to hit this drop down and go to create full song.
Too late to turn
Has
back
he
the
used some
hands
AI?
of all our
I don't know, did he? I kind of want to do this for soul samples, but we still have to see if we can get soul sample style out of it.
time. In high demand, I'm the man, yes, I'm at time. Walking through sand,
So the lyrics, but I did like the tone of the vocal.
but it's heartbreak. Depressed, I'm depressed, it's the end.
Like the 808s are hitting on this one.
Is it the right time? At it again, my emotions are flatline. Too late, depressed, I'm depressed, it's the end.
He said it's the end. This is hard. It did it in a different way.
Late to turn back the hands of all our time.
I'm treating this almost like a collaborator in the studio. It's like their brain is their brain, my brain is my brain. But when we combine brains,
It again. Too late to turn back the hands of all our time. Left me on red, but when is it the right time? At it again, my emotions are flatline. Too late to press.
even
I'm
uses the Roland
depressed, it's the end.
TR 808 clap.
Yeah, we go back, too many unanswered questions in my head. Looking for the real smoke, they don't want no problems.
Dang, I like the voice on this. This is a really good voice.
I'ma get it started, they don't want no.
I'm gonna make that into what we call persona because I like that voice a lot. So let's create, how do we do it though? Make persona. If you go to create, let's make a persona. And I'm gonna call this like raspy rock trap. I don't know how to pronounce it. Like, and then I'll just say raspy rock trap. We're not gonna make it a public thing yet because I like it. Let's gatekeep this thing, save that thing. So now when we generate for the next song, we could have that voice in it.
Too late to turn back the hands of all our time. In high demand, I'm the man, yes, I'm at time. Walking through sand, but it's heartbreak on my mind. At it again, yeah, I'm at it.
Yeah, you can do stem separation to where it doesn't have any vocals on it. So if you click these three buttons, go to get stems. It costs you more credits, but yeah, you can separate the drums and everything.
Again, too late to turn back the hands of.
So I'm listening to the vocals because again, I prompted these wrong, so I'm not.
Too late to turn back the hands of all our time. In high demand, I'm the man, yes, I'm at time. Walking through sand, but it's heartbreak on my mind. At it again, yeah, I'm at it again. Too late to turn back the hands of all our time. Left me on red, but when is it the right time?
I kind of like this vocal too. I don't know if it's like persona worthy, but I do like it.
At it again, my emotions are flatline. Too late to press, I'm depressed, it's the end. Yeah, we go back, too many.
See how I did that left right thing? So it knows how to do like with the vocal.
Press, I'm depressed, it's the end. Yeah, we go back, too many unanswered questions in my head. Looking for the.
Actually, I don't like the vocal. It has a little metallic tone to it.
Too late to turn back the hands of all our time. In high demand, I'm the man, yes, I'm at time. Walking through sand, but it's heartbreak on my
Like I like the solar tones, but let's skip ahead.
line. Too late to press, I'm depressed, it's the end.
He said it's the end.
Yeah, we go back, too many unanswered.
So it's a cool tone. Again, it could be brushed up a little bit.
But when is it?
So they seem to be picking from the same like general pocket of tone.
I'm at it again. Too late to turn back the.
Okay, so here is the one that actually has the right lyrics. I think, was it this one? Okay, so this one actually is the right lyrics.
Too late to turn back the hands of our lifetime. In high demand, I'm the man, yeah, it's our time. Walking through sand, but it's heartbreak on my mind. At it again, yeah, I'm at it again. Too late to turn back the hands of our lifetime. Left me on red, but when is it the right time? At it again, my emotions are flatline. Too late to stress, I'm depressed, it's the end. Yeah, we all back, too many unanswered questions in my head. Looking for the real smoke, they don't want no problems. I'ma get it started, they don't want no problem.
Is a problem?
It's just too late, apologize. It's just too late to apologize.
This one doesn't go up. I've noticed it goes down, but it doesn't go apologize. Da, da, da. It goes like apologize. It goes down. I don't know if this would sound cool if it was a little more expressive, but they probably only have but so much audio to train on this vocal.
It's just too late, apologize.
Apologize.
It's just too late to apologize. It's just too late, apologize. Yeah, it's too late.
This is dope though. I like that. It's so weird, like hearing your ideas flipped and changed in the smallest way. It's so weird. You guys should try this. Like upload your beat or your song and just do the steps that we did with the cover feature and just be like, wow, this is my song, but it sounds cool because it's different. Isn't that what music is? We write music on sheet music. An artist sings the music. We have another artist who wants to sing the same song, like Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas. I'm sure there's like 80,000 covers of that song. And then we hear the Mariah Carey version. We hear the Rod Stewart version. We hear the, you name it. So that's what makes music cool, is you have all these different perspectives of the same exact thing, which is the song.
Too Too late to turn back the hands of our lifetime.
So also to be clear, these are extensions that we're listening to, not the full covers. So these are supposed to be in the same realm of the first sound.
Hide the man I'm
So it did not nail my tone because somebody said that it clones the voice. It did not, none of those sounded like me, but it did sound cool though.
the man, yeah, it's our time. Walking through sand, but it's heartbreak on my mind. At it again, yeah, I'm at it again. Too late to turn back the hands of our lifetime. Left me on red, but when is it the right time? At it again, my emotions are flatline. Too late to stress, I'm depressed, it's the end.
It's the end.
Yeah, we all bad too.
Yeah, it does feel like ghostwriting. That's exactly what it feels like. It feels like ghostwriting.
Many unanswered questions in my head. Looking
It's in
for the
my
real
head.
smoke. They don't want no problems. I'ma get it started. They don't want no problems.
What does that sound? It's like a freaking ocean
Too
sound.
late to apologize. This is too late to apologize. This is too late to apologize. Yeah, it's too late.
It's too late. It's giving me like all these little melodic things I never. It's too late. All right, now let's play the full-on covers, and then we're gonna create another audio. So I'm gonna quickly go through these because we have like 7 of them.
Turn back the hands of our lifetime. In high demand, I'm the man, yeah, it's our time. Walking through sand, but it's heartbreak on my mind. At it again, yeah, I'm at it again. Too late to turn back the hands of our lifetime. Left me on red, but when it
Think about how many voice notes you could turn into actual like melodic stuff. You could sample it. You could just try to make it a song.
is it the right time?
Yeah, it's feeling organic. Exactly. That's the perfect way to say it.
At it again, my emotions are flatline. Too late to stress, I'm depressed, it's the end.
He said, yeah.
Yeah, we all bad, too many unanswered questions in my head.
See, it does get some of the lines like wrong rhythmically, but it is what it is. So if that, like I said, if what's her name, Xanthia, what's that robot's name? The AI artist that's really a poet, Xanthia. AI. I forget what it's called. Xanthia. Is it called Xanthia? Is that the right name? I'm gonna just put artist who got $3 million deal. If anybody wants to sign me for $3 million for my AI artistry, look, I'm wide open to deals right now. Okay, artist is called Zania, not Xanthia, my bad. Zania Monet. Okay. Now she also has a following and she does content using AI tools, but the artist is called Zania Monet. I'm not going to play the music on here because I don't feel like dealing with them in terms of copyright stuff. But this artist got a $3 million deal. It's a poet who uses, according to them, some of these tools. I think they said Suno, but I'm not exactly sure. I'm pretty sure it's Suno though. Nothing sounds like Suno. And they said the poet runs their stuff through, I believe, Suno, if I'm not mistaken, and creates these songs. I would play them, but they're very like Motown blues like type sounds. Like boom 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 boom, like that type of music that I've heard so far. And it's not only just the fact that it's AI music, they also have a social media account where they make like these little videos. I guess they use VO3. I don't know what AI model they use for the videos. Maybe Quinn Video, or I meant to say Juan Video. I can't tell what they use, but they have the like audio lip sync to the actual character. So maybe I'll show you guys how to create an AI artist. I'm going to add that to my training. We're going to investigate how to do that because if she's getting a bag, I want a bag. So I'll get some bags, but it's fun. As you guys can see, it's not like just type and get an answer. You got to actually put in the work. And I would even add production over top of this. So I wouldn't just download, upload. I would download it, mix it, add production. Okay, so I'm producing the actual song, having AI flip it, downloading it, mixing it, add my own drums and everything else, arrangement. Let's see what else it created. And then we're gonna start a new melody. I wanna see if we can do melodic loops too.
Too late to turn back the hands of our lifetime. In high demand, I'm the man, yeah, it's our time. Walking through sand, but it's heartbreak on my mind. At it again, yeah, I'm at it again.
Too late to turn back the hands of our lifetime. Left me on.
So I like the vocal quality of this.
Yeah, it's our time. Walking through sand, but
I like this one a little bit better.
at it again.
So I'm gonna make this a persona because it sounds youthful and it sounds very clear. Like the mic they were on is very saturated for the vocal. So let's call this young. I'll say saturated mic. Okay, call him saturated mic. M-I-K-E. Okay, saturated tone, youth or young. So now I have two personas so far. Change the music a little bit, but it sounds cool. I don't know what key this is in.
Too late to turn back the hands of our lifetime. Can't hide the man, I'm the man, yeah, it's our time.
This thing failed. That one, not good. I don't know what happened there. That one failed.
Walking through.
I don't know what key that's in. But that malfunction.
Turn back the hands of our lifetime. Can't hide the man, I'm the man, yeah, it's our time. Walking through sand, but it's heartbreak on my mind. At it again, yeah, I'm at it again.
This is a young black voice, it sounds like.
Turn back the hands of our lifetime. Left me on red, but when is it the right time?
I like this tone.
At it again, my emotions
Comes from
are
young black
flatline.
guy.
Too late to stress, I'm depressed, it's the end. Yeah, we all bad, too many unanswered questions in my head. Looking for the real smoke, they don't want no problems, I'ma get it started.
Cannot contain artist names. What about young black man? What? That's what I'm saying. It's too censored. I put young black man and it said cannot use that because that's the name of an artist. Who's named young black man?
Take on my mind, at it again. The hands of our lifetime left me on red.
Let's call him Lil Black Man.
The right time. At it again, my emotions.
Let's not use the word black. Maybe that's why. Young melanated.
Yeah, we all bad. Too many unanswered questions in my head.
Maybe I thought I was trying to be racist,
They don't want no.
but I'm black. How can I be racist if I'm black? I think because I called it black boy. Black man, whatever I called it. They won't let me be black. They won't let my white AI say the N-word. No, they are just joking.
Can't hide the man, I'm the man, yeah, it's our time. Walking through sand, but it's heartbreak on my mind. At it again, yeah.
I would have picked this one, but it's a little artifacty. Listen to when it switches the notes, it goes to our time.
It's our time. Walking through sand, but it's heartbreak on my mind.
Like, mine. Like that. That's how you can kind of tell it's concatenating incorrectly.
Man, yeah, it's our time. Walking through sand, but it's heartbreak on my mind. At it again, yeah, I'm at it again.
I would have picked it, but it didn't concatenate the right way.
Too late. I'm at it again. Too late to turn back the hands of our lifetime. Left me on red, but when is it the right time? At it again, my emotions are flatline. Too late to stress, I'm depressed, it's the end. Yeah,
I like how it gives it like nuance of like dialect too. The right time. It's the right time, fool. Have you accepted Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, fool? Have you accepted Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, fool? The rapture was yesterday, fool. We late, fool. So let me stop playing.
We all bad, too many unanswered questions in my head. Looking for the real.
So let's do something different because I'm not getting bored. It's just fatigue. I don't want to keep going through the same lyrics over and over and over and over and over again. Part of this too is the novelty. So I do like the novelty of this platform. I'm getting a little fatigued, y'all. So I think now let's try the audio recorder. Let's record. Let's see if it even knows what my mic source is. So I hit record. Okay, it knows loopback. Okay, cool. All right, so let's do that. All right, well, it just went straight to it. Wasn't ready. Start over. All right, so now let's record some melodies. So I'm going to use my brain's radar system and pull in some melodies from the ether. Give me a genre real quick in the chat. Have you accepted Jesus Christos as your Savior, fool? Have you? Have you? Jesus Cristo. Miami bass. Oh, well, my thing like static for a second. Hold on. Who's got the feeling? Got the bass to the sea. Who's got the feeling? Got the bass. Bring it down a little, shorty, bring it. Bring it down a little, shorty, bring it. Bring it down a little, shorty, bring it down. Let's see if we can take that and make some Miami bass. We're gonna see. Who's that girl across the dance floor looking all fly, trying to be a whore? Let me stop playing. Oh man. Okay, so it saved our thing. Who's got the feeling? We can rename this. Can we? Is there a thing to rename? Hold up. Song detail. Oh, how do you rename this thing? How do you rename? Okay, so you click on song details. We're gonna call this Miami bass reference vocal. Liquid Funk. Do they have lyrics on Liquid Funk? Let's create a cover and we're just gonna let it auto do, and let's put Miami bass. I want 1980s hip hop breakdance beats. Man, I'm getting exhausted here. I think the last thing we should do is give him music theory terminology and see if it will stay in key. I'm gonna be like, all right, I need, an F minor 9 chord, E minor 11th chord. I wanna see if it actually knows how to read music theory. All right, so here's the Miami bass.
Who's got the feeling? Got the bass to the shut it up. Who's got the feeling? Got the bass. Bring it down a little shorter. Bring it down a little shorter. Bring it down a little shorter. Bring it down.
Oh, I thought I said bring it, break. That was kind of hard. I'm actually. How did it know I was going for that? What the freak? This is so crazy. It knew exactly the sound I was going for. That's one thing about Nano Banana, for example. I'll give it a prompt even though it's vague, but it knows what I'm talking about. That's what I think Suno has mastered. It knows what I'm talking about even though I'm not giving it an exact wordage.
Who's got the feeling? Got the bass to the.
My bad. Let's go back to
Who's
the.
got the feeling? Got the bass to the. Who's got the feeling? Got the bass. Bring it.
Tell me I'm not sampling. I'm sampling that. That is too hard. Run that back.
Who's got the feeling? Got the bass to the. Who's got the feeling? Got the bass. Bring it down a little short. Bring it down a little short. Bring it down a little short. Bring it down.
Bruh, tell me I'm about to sample that, right?
Who's got the feeling?
Wait.
Who's got the feeling? Got the bass. Bring it down a little short. Bring it down a little short. Bring it down a little short.
Why does it go that hard? What the entirety of F? Why does it go that hard?
Who's got the feeling? Got the bass to the. Who's got the feeling? Got the bass. Bring it down a little shorter. Bring it down a little shorter. Bring it down a little shorter. Bring it down.
I could hear that as a commercial. I could hear that as me flipping it into a beat. This is nuts. I'm actually how does it get this good?
Who's got the feeling? Got the bass to the sound.
And who needs vocal chops anymore when you could just do this?
Who's got the feeling? Got the bass. Bring it down a little short. Bring it down a little short. Bring it down a little short. Bring it down.
Why did that go so hard, bruh? That is.
Who's got the feeling? Got the bass to the sound. Who's got the feeling? Got the bass. Bring it down a little short. Bring it down a little short. Bring it down a little short. Bring it down.
Oh, it's still saying bring it. Dang, I didn't realize it was saying bring it. Regardless, that is hard. What the F? I think they have their different purposes. I think Suno, again, is for the general bigger picture. Splice is for the microscopic components we use.
Who's got the feeling? Got the bass to the sound. Who's got the feeling? Got the bass. Break it down a little shorter. Break it down a little shorter. Break it down a little shorter. Bring it down.
said 80s electro.
Who's got the feeling? Got the
I said, who's got the feeling?
bass to the. Who's got the feeling? Got the bass, 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 bass. Break it down a little shorter, break it. Break it down a little shorter, break it. Break it down a little shorter, break it down, 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 down.
Why is this going so hard? Who is behind this? Suno. What wizard is behind the curtain? You said electro 80s? 80s electro? Let's do that next. Oh, you know what we didn't do? We didn't go back to soul. So I'm going to put 70s soul. Did the 60s have soul? I don't know if the 60s really had soul. It's more like shouty type soul. Let's do 80s soul. That's when we got kind of more musical. That is crazy. This DJ scratching everything.
Who's got the feeling? Got the bass to the. Say. Who's got the feeling? Got the bass. Break it. Break it down a little shorter. Break it. Break it down a little shorter. Break it.
I could hear Cardi B flipping this, Meg Thee Stallion flipping this, Glorilla, all the girl rappers. You know, remember the song Pop That? Wait, how'd it go? Don't stop, pop that, don't. Actually, let's record it in. We got it for the strength. Off the strength, we got to record that in. Hold up. Audio, record. Don't stop, pop that, don't stop, pop that, pop that, pop that, don't stop, pop that, don't stop, pop that, pop that, pop that. Whew, ran out of breath. All right. Now I didn't say don't stop. I didn't go that high up an octave, so I'm curious what it's gonna do.
Who's got the feeling? Got the bass to the. Say. Who's got the feeling? Got the bass, 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 bass. Break it. Break it down a little short. Break it.
Why is
break
this
it down
hard?
a little short. Break it. Break it down a little short. Break it down, 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 down. Who's
It
got
even
the
did
feeling?
the like, bruh. How does it know to do these things? Don't stop, Meg Thee Stallion.
Who's got the feeling? Got the bass to the.
He said, who's that girl all across the dance floor? I just want to know her name.
Who's got the feeling? Got the bass.
He
got
said,
the bass
who's
to
got the feeling? The AI said, who's got the feeling? Wait, hold up. Why is this so like, oh my God, it's so good.
Who's got the feeling? Got the bass to the. Who's got the feeling? Got the bass, bass,
Feeling.
bass, bass. Break it down a little shorter. Break it break it down a little shorter. Break it break it down a little shorter. Break it down, 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 down.
It said Africa Bombada. Yeah, Master J, RP. They even gave me the 80s sound.
Who's got the feeling? Got the bass to the. Who's got the feeling? Got the bass, 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 bass.
This is the 80s electro. I didn't realize that we were on the 80s electro. So I like that up close sound. All right, now it's on the 70s soul.
Who's got the feeling? Got the bass to the. Who's got the feeling? Got the bass, 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 bass. Break it down a little shorter. Break it down a little shorter.
It's a little fast. I don't know. It's a little fast.
Who's got the feeling? Got the bass to the. Who's got the feeling? Got the bass, 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 bass. Break it down a little shorter.
Here's where I think, like, it's pulling for. I could tell that that voice is more of a white tone. It trained on probably a white guy's voice, and that's why we're not getting that soul sound. It's because whoever's like, I don't think they're training on voices from that time period. I think they're training on like general soul, like not. I think this is where a prompt. How do we make it more ghetto? Like ghetto 70s? Like it's not ghetto. It's just black 70s soul. Like how else do I describe soul? I don't know. Maybe I'm missing a key word. But I want more of like a black band type sound, not like a general soul, like Southern soul. I'm not looking for Southern soul. I'm looking for like funk soul, but not funk. Maybe I'll put soul R&B. That's why I did R&B before. Motown could be. All right, let's.
Break it down a little shorter.
That's just not the vibe.
Who's got the feeling?
Who's got the feeling? Break it down from the ceiling. Get your booty on the dance floor. Get your booty on the dance floor, baby.
Bass to the. Who's got the feeling, got the bass, 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 bass. Break it down a little shorter, break it down a little shorter, break it.
It even has that beachy vibe to it.
Break it down, 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 down.
With that spring reverb in the mono position. Wait, we got vocal harmonies. Oh, you know what we should do? Vocal harmonies.
Break it down a little shorter, break it down a little shorter, break it down, 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 down.
So now I'm telling it to do vocal harmonies. I want to see if we can get stuff like this. Wow. That was a weird ending, but it was hard. That little bring. That's so like reading Rainbow, but it sounds hard. Such a dope random sympathy. Let's download that. That was hard.
Got the feeling, got the bass, 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 bass. Break it down a little shorter, break it down a little shorter, break it down a little shorter, break it down, 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 down.
This is the same record? It sounded different that time for some reason.
Who's got the feeling?
Who's got the feeling?
Got the bass to the. Who's got the feeling? The bass, 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 bass. Break it down a little short, break it. Break it down a little shorter, break it. Break it down a little shorter, break it down, 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 down.
Got me doing 60s dances over here. All right, let's see what the 80s vibe gave us. Now this is fun. Again, I think tapping into different specific time periods is fun.
Who's got the feeling? Got the bass to the. Who's got the feeling? Got the bass, 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 bass. Break it down a little short, break it.
So this is supposed to be 80s soul.
Break it down a little short, break it, break it. Break it down a little short, break it. Down, 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 down. Who's got the feeling?
So I think it was dope at the end, but I wish it was longer though.
Got the bass to the. Who's got the feeling? Got the bass, 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 bass. Break it down a little short, break it.
Break it.
Break it down a little short, break it, break it. Break it down a little short, break it. Down, 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 down.
Man, I love their horns and man, it just sounds so good.
Who's got the feeling? Got the bass to the. Who's got the feeling? Got the bass, 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 bass. Break it down a little shorter, break it down a little shorter, break it down a little shorter, break it down, down, down.
That one is cool, but I wouldn't use that one. What is this one? Don't stop, pop that. Oh, the don't stop one. Okay. Let's remix that thing. You said do OOs. I didn't think to do OOs R&B. Great suggestion. Let's just type in OOs. R&B. I want to say Cisco, but Cisco is blocked from our. Actually, I'm going to put Cisco, Drew Hill. Now, Drew Hill might trip it, so let's see what Cisco does. Oh, wait, we might get away with it. All right, they didn't block Cisco. Let's try Drew Hill. They're probably going to block the word Drew Hill, though. Cameo. How did I forget? See, they blocked Drew Hill. That's whack. But they let you write Cisco. 1980s R&B soul Cameo. Hopefully that isn't a blocked word either. It's more like pop that, don't stop, pop that, pop that, pop that. All right, let's go back here. Aaliyah, yeah, I want to do Aaliyah style. So you got to put black 70s soul to get that real soul. Cisco got black. Yeah, Cisco.
Who's got the feeling? Who's got the feeling? Got the bass to the. Who's got the feeling? Got the bass, 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 bass. Bring it down a little shorter. Break it down a little shorter.
It's a shorter.
Break it down a little shorter. Break it down.
It's supposed to say shorty, but it says shorter. Break it down a little shorter. Oh man, I didn't check the lyrics, but that's funny. That's actually, so you got to put the word black soul. Thank goodness, because I was getting frustrated not getting the soul sound I wanted. So I'm good. So at least for now, you got to put the word black soul. And I'm glad they did it that way so that we could distinguish the difference between Southern soul and like black culture soul. Why is this about to be this hard? So, sounds like Austin Powers right here.
Got the feeling, got the bass to the. Who's got the feeling? Got the bass, 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 bass. Break it down a little shorter. Break it down.
Yes, they have soul in here. We found it. We've cracked the code. You got to use the word black. You got to use the word black. Either that or soul food. Got to use the word black to get the black soul. We found it, y'all. The holy grail of samples. Here we go. We have unlocked the Pandora's box.
Who's got the feeling? Got the bass to the who's got the feeling? Got the bass.
Oh, D'Angelo, let's try.
Got the bass.
Break it down a little shorter, break it down a little shorter, break it
Shorter.
down a little shorter, break it down.
Yes, we have done it, chat. We have done it. We have unlocked. Oh, we got to take a. Oh, I don't have my sound effects, y'all. I'm going to load up FL just for a sound effect. Just for one effect. Hold up. Hold up, chat. We did it. As my son would say. Hold up. We have did it. I know that's not proper grammar. We had did it. Hold up. I'm so proud of you guys, chat. Oh, wait. Hold on. The thing ain't set. Okay. Chat. We have unlocked.
Game over.
To the grown up.
We have figured out the code. So you got to put black era soul. That is how you unlock the craziest soul samples. Holy F, we figured it out. We have figured it out. That's all we're doing for the rest of the night is creating soul samples. All right, let's start at the beginning just as a reference. We did it. Oh, I'm so proud of y'all. We figured out the code.
Got the feeling. Got the bass to the.
Let's go. And I will be giving you guys these samples in our Discord. So just hop in our Discord.
Who's got the feeling? Got the bass to the who's got the feeling? Got the bass. Who's got the bass?
Break it down a little shorter, break it down a little shorter, break it down a little shorter, break it down.
We did it. We really did it. It only took how long? How long is this stream? Only took 2 hours to crack the code, 2.5 hours to crack the code, but we did it. This is how the AI team probably feels every day when they like update their algorithm. They're like, we did it. Holy freak, we have unlocked the greatest box of all time. Let's see what these other ones are. I also put the Neptune style. I put D'Angelo R&B. It didn't block it. God hope that they don't block these words. We need y'all at Suno to just wink, wink. We need y'all to let us type the Neptunes in, man. We need y'all to let us type in D'Angelo, man. Let us do it, man. We just trying to make samples over here, man. We don't want to hurt nobody's, man. We not trying to compete on Spotify, man. All right, here we go. I hope they don't block. I hope they don't patch it, and then we're not allowed to put D'Angelo. I will not cry, but I'll be upset.
Oh yeah, who's got the feeling? Got the bass to the who? Who's got the feeling?
He said,
Got the bass, break it. Break it down a little shorter.
break it down a little shorter.
Break it down a little shorter.
I meant to put shorty. It's so funny hearing it say shorter. Oh my god. All right, that was cool. I wouldn't mess with it, but that was cool. Oh, here's where I told it to do vocal harmony. Ooh, ha.
Who's got the feeling? Got the bass to the
What was the dance I used to do?
Who's got the feeling?
This is cool though.
Bass. Break it down a little shorter. Break it down a little shorter.
Oh yeah, that's what we.
Break it down a little.
I'm glad you said it zero. G funk and P funk. How did I not think of G funk? That's another genre where it's like, hold up, P funk. I don't know if it knows what P funk is, but G funk for sure. West Coast. That is what I meant. I'm glad you brought that up. All right, so let's kind of speed through some of these. It's a lot to get through here. So Michael Jackson, you gotta kick your feet out to it.
Who's got the feeling? Got the bass to the. Who's got the feeling? Got the bass.
Why is it so dope?
Break it down a little shorter.
Break it down a little shorter.
Break it down a little shorter. Break it.
We gotta give it ghetto lyrics like whole brick, half a brick, coat of brick. Hey. You know what? Let's do that right now. While it's in my while it's fresh in my head. Let's say whole brick, half a brick. Whole brick, half a brick, coat of brick. Hey, on a block, serving right, serving major way. Okay. We don't do these things in real life. This is all for fun and entertainment purposes. These are all prop lyrics. We are here to test an AI machine learning capability. These are all for testing purposes. These shall not be used out of the confines of the experiment. Makes me want a leather jacket and some tight jeans. Pause. Carlton dance.
Who's got the feeling? Got the bass to the. Who's got the feeling?
They nail it on the 80s stuff though.
Bass.
Why is this so hard, y'all?
Break it down a little shorter. Break it down a little shorter.
Break it down, break it.
Break it.
SOS Band. Oh, you know what? I didn't tell that thing what to do. So we got to give it a cover. Let's say SOS Band. 80s, 1980s. Was it like R&B, I guess? Let's try Cameo. So it did let us write Cameo. Let's do D'Angelo. We gotta speed through these samples though, because there's so many that we have to just like, oh man, these are good. We're way behind. But the 80s is giving me the best like energy though. Key switch.
Got the feeling, got the bass. Who's got the feeling, got the bass, 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 got the feeling. Break it down a little short. Break it down a little short. Break it down.
This is a hit song right here, y'all. I hope y'all know. Isley Brothers. How did now we're gonna be doing this for days. Isley Brothers R&B. This is like okay. So here's where we said 2000s R&B.
Don't stop, pop that, don't stop, pop that, pop that, pop that, don't stop, pop that, don't stop, pop that, pop that, pop that, don't stop, pop that, don't stop, pop that, pop that, pop that, don't stop.
Why is this hard?
Don't stop, pop that, pop that, pop that.
Oh my freaking gosh, y'all. I don't think y'all understand. We have like 20 hit songs on our hands right now. 20 hit songs. These are fire.
Don't stop, pop that, don't stop, pop that, pop that, pop that, don't stop, pop that, don't stop.
I need a little fitted cap.
Don't stop, pop that, don't stop.
Chris Brown.
Pop that, pop that, pop that, don't stop, pop that, don't stop, pop that, pop that, pop that, don't stop, pop that, don't stop, pop that, pop that, pop that, don't stop, pop that, don't stop, pop that, pop that, pop that, don't stop, pop that, don't stop, pop that, pop that.
What universe did these come from? Where? Who? How? Is this alien technology or something? Why are these this good? Next up is the Cisco prompt.
Don't stop, pop that, don't stop, pop that, pop that, pop that, pop that, pop that, don't stop, pop that, don't stop, pop that, pop that, pop that.
It's a
Don't stop,
that was cool.
pop that, don't
I don't know if it's
stop,
Cisco,
pop
but
that, pop that, pop that, pop that, don't stop,
I'm
pop
thinking
that,
that's
don't
what's
stop,
happening in
pop
Zero.
that, pop that, pop that.
I'm starting to think they're pulling from I'm starting to think that CERN portal went to a different universe.
Don't stop, pop that, don't stop, pop that, pop that, pop that,
Don't stop.
pop that, don't stop, pop that, pop that, pop that.
Hit you with that good burger.
Don't stop, pop that, don't stop, pop that, pop that, pop that, don't stop, pop that, don't stop, pop that, pop that.
You know what's crazier though is you can extend these ideas. So let's say I really like, I think it was this one.
Don't stop, pop that, don't stop, pop that, pop.
I could just click here and go to extend and then basically make this a full song. Like that is the crazy part. What the total F. Piracy through CERN.
Don't stop.
So here's our Cameo. The band called Cameo. Sounds like it. You gotta dance like this to this. The Arts. The Arcturians.
Don't stop.
Don't stop, pop that, don't stop, pop that, pop that, pop that, don't stop, pop that, don't stop, pop that, pop that, pop that.
Why have we unlocked the portal? You know, it's the ultimate test though, the Neptunes one.
Don't stop.
So this is the ultimate test. I said 2000s, the Neptunes. If this gives me the Neptunes beat, I will drop these headphones on a soft surface and I'll be surprised. Hold on.
Don't stop, pop that, don't stop, pop that, pop that,
Alright,
pop
doesn't
that,
sound like the
don't
Neptunes.
stop, pop that, don't stop, pop that, pop that, pop that.
That didn't give me what I thought it was.
Don't stop, pop that, don't stop, pop that, pop that, pop that, pop that, pop that, don't stop.
don't stop, pop that, pop that, pop that.
Sounds like a commercial, but it's not the Neptunes I thought it was gonna give us.
Don't stop, pop that,
This is
don't
D'Angelo
stop,
R&B.
Pop that, pop that, pop that, don't stop, pop that, don't stop, pop that, pop that, pop that.
That harmony was crazy. It's a little short.
Don't stop, pop that, don't stop, pop that, pop that, pop that, don't
Let's give it
stop,
longer
pop
audio.
that, don't stop, pop that, pop that, pop that.
More Kells than Cisco. So I like that.
Don't stop.
I like this.
Don't
It's a little short.
stop, don't stop, pop that, don't stop, pop that, pop that, pop that, don't stop, pop that, don't stop, pop that, pop that, pop that.
What? It just like randomly stops. Do y'all hear what I'm hearing? What?
Don't stop, don't stop, pop that, don't stop, pop that, pop that, pop that, don't stop, pop that, don't stop, pop that, pop that, pop that.
It just, but then it goes crazy. Like, where? Okay, here's the G-Funk one.
Don't stop, pop that.
It's a little fast. This is more like funk to me than G-Funk.
Don't stop, pop that, don't stop, pop that, pop that, pop that, don't stop.
So I think it thinks I mean funk, but I mean G-Funk.
Don't stop, pop that, don't stop, pop that, pop that, pop that, don't stop, pop that, don't stop, pop that, pop that, pop that.
Now for that, I'd sample just the vocal. I wouldn't even.
Don't
Don't
stop,
stop.
pop that, don't stop, pop that,
Sample
pop
it
that,
in the
pop
chat,
that,
what
don't
up?
Stop.
Sample it. You got to figure out a way to collab with Suno some type of way. I don't know how it works, but maybe the stuff that you guys filter, if you could figure out a way to turn that into a prompt of some sort, that could be valuable to producers. Like they might not be able to upload the audio from a 1970s Japanese funk, but if you reprompt it and give it new words to describe that, then we could use it. I don't know how that's going to work. I don't know the value exchange, but it's getting crazy. My favorites though are the 1970s samples. These are kind of like one-offs.
Pop that, don't stop,
But I do need to record a longer audio because they're only giving me, 8 seconds?
don't stop, pop that, don't stop, pop that, don't stop, pop that, pop that, pop that, don't.
So let's see what G-Funk West Coast gives us.
Don't stop, pop that, don't stop. Pop
Also, we
that,
gotta
pop that,
do-
Pop that, don't stop. Pop that, don't stop. Pop that, pop that, pop that.
We got to do a vocal talk box. West Coast in a building, huh? I'm gonna have to give it a freestyle.
Don't stop, pop that, don't stop. Pop that, pop that, pop that, don't stop. Pop that, don't stop.
He said,
Pop
"Row,
that,
row,
pop
row."
that, pop that.
That's funny. Whole brick, half a brick. Okay, that's our whole brick. How are we this far back? Okay, so now I gave it ghetto lyrics. I just want to see what it sounds like.
Half a brick, quarter brick, hey! On the block, serving right, serving major way!
I should have checked the the lyrics. It says serving right. Serving major way. Okay, so that's not going to sound right.
Half a brick, quarter brick, hey. On the block, serving right, serving major way. Okay.
Why they do that vocal like that? Okay.
Half a brick, quarter brick, hey. On the block, serving right, serving major way.
Okay, so that's D'Angelo 90s
Half
R&B.
a brick, quarter brick, hey! On the block, serving right, serving major way!
The way major way. Oh, my daddy used to serve that cane.
Half a brick, quarter brick, hey! On the block, serving right, serving major way! Okay.
That's the Isley Brothers one.
Half a brick!
Now, as you can hear, it's a modern vocal. Probably more of a whiter, fair-skinned singer. That's why they don't have the voices of our time. Like 1970s, for example.
Pop that, don't stop. Pop that, don't stop. Pop that, pop that, don't stop.
Here's the extension of the idea we had before, but we need to try some things. Let's do 90s R&B vocal harmonies talk box. I'm just gonna make up a melody from my head. Serve a major way. Oh, great. Trying to think of a song. I gotta come up with a melody real quick. I'll just kind of freestyle one real quick. I just wanna love you. Ain't no one above you. You're the apple of my eye. Like a diamond in the sky. Girl, you are the one for me. Forever and eternity. Girl, you are just the one for me. Yeah. Okay, so I wanted to try. That's my belt or my strap or whatever. I wanted to try. What was that style we were trying? I forgot that fast. Oh, talk box. That's right. So I want to see. Okay, this is a little. Hold up, y'all. I got to reprompt it, give it a cover, say create cover, a remix to a cover, and then check the lyrics. I just want to love you, ain't no one above you, or the apple of my eye. Forever and eternity. Okay, cool. And then we're going to type 90s R&B vocal harmonies talk box. Then let's do one D'Angelo. I'm trying to come up with longer melodies, but I don't have any like long songs. Long song. Girl, you sing. Let me see. I think I have some bars from this beat I made, but let me.
Shine like a chime. This is shit.
I was freestyling though, so it's not like a cohesive verse. Dang, I'm trying to think of a song that I guess the only one I really did song for him was that one with Juice WRLD. All right, I forgot we did this one too. Hold up.
I've been pulling up juice, riding Houston with deuce. Downside look.
So see what a real song sounds like? It's a lot more full. But you can also make this AI stuff sound full with mixing though. So don't think that you can't. Okay, so there's so much to get through, but my favorite thing so far is that 1970s soul, but you have to put the word black 70s soul, or else it will give you like Southern soul, which is not what we're looking for.
Pop that, don't stop. Pop that, pop that, pop that.
Why is this so accurate? Oh my God.
Don't stop. Pop that, don't stop. Pop that, pop that, pop that. Don't stop. Pop that, don't stop. Pop that, pop that, pop that.
What the freak? Let's see what key we're in. What key are we in? Hold up. I wanna love you every day, other night.
Don't stop. Pop that, don't stop. Pop that, pop that, pop that. Don't stop. Pop that, don't stop. Pop that, pop that, pop that. Don't stop. Pop that, don't stop. Pop that, pop that, pop that. Don't stop. Pop that, don't stop. Pop that, pop that, pop that. Don't stop. Pop that, don't stop. Pop that, pop that, pop that.
Jeez. So it didn't give it lyrics, but that's a bop.
Pop it, don't stop. Pop it, don't stop. Pop it, pop it, pop it, don't
So we gave
stop.
it, so for context, we gave it the first part, we asked it to extend it. So it gave it a beat, but no vocals though. No lyrics.
Don't stop. Pop it, pop it, pop it, don't stop. Pop it, don't
I like that.
stop. Pop it, pop it, pop it.
What the freak?
Don't stop. Pop that, don't stop. Pop it, pop it, pop it, don't stop. Pop it, don't stop. Pop it, pop it, pop it, don't stop. Pop it, don't stop. Pop it, pop it, pop it, don't stop. Pop it, don't stop. Pop it, pop it, pop it.
That's that freak. What have we done? Oh man. I just wanna love you. Okay, so even when I recorded the vocal, it down samples it a little bit. Ain't no. So I think when you guys are doing your vocal recordings into Suno, it's probably best you do it in a DAW and then import the audio file, because this doesn't sound like what I actually sound like. On above you, y'all. It's like, it has like this filter over it.
I just wanna love you. Ain't no one above you. You're the apple of my eye. Like a diamond in the sky. Girl, you are the one for me. Forever and eternity. Girl, you are just the one for me. Yeah.
Yeah. That talk box at the end.
I just want.
And then we're going to go back to our best generation so far, which is when we found this out. I said we cracked the code. Let me see if I can. Was it this one? Ladies and gentlemen, we have teleported to a different universe under your supervision. Now, we must dance.
Got the feeling, got the bass to the.
And this one. And our Quincy Jones one was good. Let me see if I can find that one. It was so long ago we did the Quincy Jones one. It was this one, I think.
Jumping like I'm Jordan when I am recording. Stacking up, I'm hoarding while I'm getting bored in. Money to the roof, all my niggas dogs. Stacking up the chips like I'm in New York.
Bruh, we have literally. Oh my god. Oh my god, we have cracked some kind of portal somewhere.
Jumping like I'm Jordan when I am recording. Stacking up, I'm hoarding while I'm getting bored. Money to the roof, all my niggas dogs. Stacking up the chips like I'm in New York.
This one was cool too. It didn't have the same timing though. Yeah, like Justice League might bring a sound back. Bring the sound back. Shout out to Rook. We're mutual on Instagram. Bruh. I think we've literally cracked the code. So type in, oh man, I don't even know how to explain this. I guess what I'll do for the Discord is I'll give you guys the prompts I use to get those high quality results, because it's very descriptive. We had to go through like Grok to translate and all this type of stuff. So I'll give you guys the prompt because I don't even know the prompt. We tried maybe because I didn't use the word Chad Hugo. So I did, let's do early 2000s. And then I put the Neptunes, but maybe it didn't know what I meant. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, but I'm like, I want to end on a high note. Those are two of our most crazy tracks we came up with today.
I just wanna love you. Ain't no one above you.
So now I'm testing its ability to do talk box and vocal harmonies.
You're the apple of my eye, like a diamond in the sky. Girl, you are the one for me. Forever and eternity, girl, you are just the one for me.
Yeah.
I just wanna love you. Ain't no one above you. You're the apple of my eye.
Or I just thought of it, sample it. If you guys figure out a way to get all the best prompts for Suno, some type of way, from like all the creators, and figure out who got the best prompts. Like I have 2 of the best prompts that we found so far. And maybe have a shuffle system to where it shuffles the prompts and like copy and paste it over to Suno. I don't know. Just trying to think of stuff.
Like a diamond in the
Because the stuff we had, the Quincy Jones one was not just like Quincy Jones. It was like you had to do all this. It's like 3 paragraphs worth of prompting.
sky. Girl, you're the one for me. Forever and eternity. Girl, you are just the one for me. Yeah. I just wanna love you, ain't no one above you. You're the apple of my eye, like a diamond in the sky. Girl, you are the one for me, forever and eternity. Girl, you are just the one for me.
These are cool harmonies.
I just wanna love you.
Here's the Chad Hugo one.
Ain't no one above you, you're the apple of my eye, like a diamond in the sky. Girl, you are the one.
I don't think it knows what Chad Hugo and the Neptunes are.
I just wanna love you.
That's not the Neptunes sound. So I don't think they know what that is. The early 2000s sound. Y'all, we have literally opened up some kind of... So I'm going to play our best ones today that I've downloaded, and we're going to end off on a good note because now I'm in the family time, so I want to make sure I'm not overstepping my family time here. But let me see if you guys can even hear these.
Jumping like I'm Jordan, when I am recording, stacking up, I'm hoarding, while I'm getting boarded. Money to the roof, all my niggas dog, stacking up the chips like I'm in New York.
So we heard that one recently, but I'll just let it play. I love the double, like random drum break out of nowhere. So I'll mark that as like middle ground. We'll mark that as yellow. Okay. Next one is the best one. Maybach music.
Justice League.
Like I'm Jordan,
Maybach music.
when I am recording, stacking up, I'm hoarding, while I'm getting boarding. Money to the roof, all my niggas dogs, stacking up the chips like I'm in New York.
That's me adding the piano, but that was cool. Let's do green on that thing. So I think this is, what is this?
Half a brick, quarter brick. Hey, on a block, serving right,
Serving major way. Serving way. Oh my God, that'd be a funny meme. That's just cool to have.
Don't stop, pop that, don't stop.
What do you mean ad lib? You mean like Alias? What's my rapper Alias? Game King. C. You said that before, but I thought you meant like ad lib. Ad lib to me is like, hey. That's why I went A when you asked me before.
Don't stop, pop that, don't stop. Pop that, pop that, pop that, don't stop. Pop that, don't stop. Pop that, pop that, pop that.
That was all right.
Don't stop, pop that, don't stop, pop that, pop that, pop that, don't stop, pop that, don't stop, pop that, pop that, pop that.
Oh, that was hard. That one we gotta extend. Oh yeah, this one had the crazy sample at the end. Bro, what? Like, how does it... I just want to know how it knows to do all these crazy ending things.
Don't stop, pop that, don't stop, pop that, pop that, pop that, don't stop, pop that, don't stop.
Can't wait for the Chris Brown one to pop up, because that was funny.
Girl, you. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Girl, you know I. Girl, you know.
Don't stop.
Keep sweat.
Don't stop, pop that, don't stop, pop that, pop that, pop that, don't stop, pop that, don't stop, pop that, pop that, pop that.
Bro, you cannot miss with Suno. It's just, there's no missing.
Don't stop, pop that, don't stop, pop that, pop that, pop that.
Oh, here's the...
Don't stop, pop that, don't stop, pop that, pop that, pop that. Don't stop, pop that, don't stop, pop that, pop that, pop that. Don't stop, pop that, don't stop, pop that, pop that, pop that.
You gotta do a performance. That went crazy. don't stop, pop that, don't stop, pop that, pop that, pop that. Oh my gosh.
Don't stop, pop that, don't stop, pop that, pop that, pop that, pop that, pop that, don't stop, pop that, don't stop, pop that, pop that, pop that.
That was fun. I like the Miami bass ones though. We're almost there.
Don't stop, pop that, don't stop, pop that, pop that, pop that, don't stop, pop that, don't stop, pop that, pop that, pop that.
Tell me you don't want to dance to that. Don't stop, pop that, don't stop. Yo, we're bringing back that vibe. F all that, we're bringing the vibe.
Don't stop, pop that, don't stop, pop that, pop that, pop that, don't stop, pop that, don't stop, pop that, pop that, pop that, don't stop.
This has more of a modern polish. Now here's the fun ones though. These are the ones I remember were fun. Forgot what key we're in though. F minor is the key. Change the key on me.
Got the feeling, got the
I don't remember that song. Kiwi on this one.
Who's got the feeling? Got the bass to the who's got the feeling? Got the bass, 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 bass. Break it down a little.
I don't remember that one at all.
Who's got the feeling?
Who's got the feeling?
Got the bass.
I don't remember these. I guess those are just the 1970 souls. One of these was like Pop That. Hold on.
Who's got the feeling?
I thought those were different.
Who's got the bass, 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 bass?
Break it down a little shorter.
What up, Emot?
Break it down.
I don't remember.
Who's got the feeling?
Here we go, this
Got the
one.
bass to the sound. Who's got the feeling? Got the bass, 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 bass. Bring it down a little short. Bring it down a little short. Bring it down a little short. Bring it down, down, down.
That is getting a green stamp. What the F?
Who's got the feeling? Got the bass to the sound. Who's got the feeling? Got the bass, 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 bass. Bring it down a little short. Bring it down a little short. Bring it down a little short. Bring it down, down, down.
I must not have downloaded the ones. That's probably what happened. Let me scroll back because we had a couple good ones from the Miami thing, but it was for the New York style. These.
Who's got the feeling? Got the bass to the. Who's got the feeling? Got the bass, 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 bass. Break it down a little shorter. Break it down a little shorter. Break it down a little shorter.
So these-
Who's got the feeling? Got the bass to the sound. Who's got the feeling? Got the bass, 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 bass. Break it down a little shorter. Break it down a little shorter. Break it down a little.
Yeah, yeah.
Who's got the feeling? Got the bass to the sound. Who's got the feeling? Got the bass, 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 bass. Bring it down a little short. Bring it down a little short. Bring it.
That's the one that's gonna be a hit song right there.
Got the bass to the. Who's got the feeling? Got the bass, bass, bass. Bring it down a little short. Bring it down.
We have unlocked some kind of mystery portal. What is this one? Oh, I'm gonna flip the crap out of this one. Summer Jam, here we come. I'm gonna call this like Miami bass beat. Let's see what else. I think these are isolated. Yeah, these are isolated drums. So for the person who asks, can you do drum breaks and stuff, you can export the stems. So those are pretty dope. Man, there's so much good stuff in here that I could just sit here forever, but I'm gonna end it right after we play the next 5 of these.
Jumping like I'm Jordan when I am recording. Stacking up, I'm hoarding while I'm getting boarded. Money to the roof, all my niggas dogs. Stacking up the chips like I'm in New York.
You know what I forgot to tell it to do? A minor 9. I don't know if it knows music theory. I'll do this a different time though, but like, I wonder if it knows the chords. If I type in chord progressions, I wonder if it knows. I doubt it.
Jumping like I'm Jordan when I am recording. Stacking up, I'm hoarding while I'm getting boarded. Money to the roof, all my niggas dogs. Stacking up the chips like I'm in New York.
What have we done? My beat's gonna sound different after today. This is making me want to finish the album.
Jumping like I'm Jordan when I am recording. Stacking up, I'm hoarding while I'm getting boarded. Money to the roof, all my niggas dogs. Stacking up the chips like I'm in New York.
This is a crazy Nipsey Hussle sample right here.
Trapped in the dark where the city don't sleep. Visions of you in the smoke cutting deep.
That one we didn't prompt the lyrics, but it was cool.
Trapped in the dark where the city don't sleep. Visions of you in the smoke cutting deep.
I think the best results are the ones where you actually type your own lyrics. Not the conga in the back.
Girl, I wanna love you. Ain't no one above you. You're the apple of my eye, like a diamond in the sky. Girl, you are the one for me.
Forgot about this one.
Forever and eternity.
This is a hit song right here.
I just wanna love you, baby.
Whoa. Whoa. Last one. We tried to tell them, y'all, they can sleep all they want. They can sleep all day long. Hold them. Not to be late. Yo, listen. What up, Daniel? Yeah, we'll be making beats later today. Gotta spend a little family time now, but tonight I hope to go live.
Girl, I wanna love you.
Flip some of these loops.
Ain't no one above you. You're the apple of my eye.
Or I just thought of it, Samplet Team. I don't know if it's Josh or somebody else, but or just generate music off of Suno and put it on your platform. Like just make your own loops and own samples. That'd be fun. All right, y'all, and call it the AI pool or something like that. I don't know. So, y'all, I am spending family time now, so I appreciate you guys for watching the replay. Had a lot of dope folks come through. I was just so excited about this tool, I had to share it with you. And it's pure insanity at this point. We've unlocked the code. If you want the cheat sheet, basically, if you want soul music, type black 70s soul or black 80s soul. It tends to give you better results. And what else did we find today? That's pretty much it. And try to give it your own lyrics because it tends to work better that way. And also too, and it doesn't take certain producers' keywords and artist keywords. So give it to an AI like Grok, have it translate it into a bunch of keywords for you, and then re-implant that into your style. So Quincy Jones was a good one, but they, instead of us saying like Quincy Jones, it reworded it into some long prompt. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, we didn't hear the gospel version of this either.
Jumping like I'm Jordan when I am recording, stacking up a
Never mind. Never mind. This is going to take a while to get the right gospel. You know, it's different denominations and gospel. But okay, so for our Quincy Jones one, we gave it the word Quincy Jones, and the prompt was a lush, genre-defying fusion of jazz, funk, and orchestral elements, crafting timeless, soulful soundscapes. Like, who would have thought of that for the word Quincy Jones? Like, so that's where it gets a little tedious, is when you have to do that translation. But it did give us the best results we've had. So for that reason, I think we have cracked the code. You said where to stream beat making? Right here. Last night I didn't go live. I thought I was gonna go live, but I didn't go live. I'm building a bunch of products right now. And here, where's this?
I just wanna love you. Ain't no one above you.
Let's see if it's F minor, because I said F minor 11. Let's see if this is truly F minor. This is F minor here.
I just wanna love you. Ain't no one above
It's not F minor.
you. You're the apple of my eye, like a diamond in the sky. Girl, you are the one for me.
I don't want to end on a bad note, but basically I typed in F minor 11. It did not give me F minor 11. What else is there to tell you guys? Yeah. So last night I didn't get to stream because I was building too many products. And yeah, subscribe to our Discord, even though it's not a thing. Just join our Discord. You don't have to subscribe to it. It's free. Discord.gg/BusyWorks Beats is where we have our general community of producers. We have 125,000 something people in there right now. We're the fastest growing Discord in all of our space, music production space. So, man, I'm excited about Suno. This is officially at a level where it's like there. It's there. It's at that level. So I am like beyond shocked. But man, I'm not even exhausted. It's just I got to spend family time. So later I plan to go live. All right, y'all. So I appreciate y'all. Smash that like button on your way out as to help the algorithms. Appreciate y'all.